Chapter 51. Ah, After seeing Yi Lingcai's intrusion, Su Xuan froze for a moment. He was feeding Delisa, who would have thought that outsiders would appear in the middle of the night. "Won't you knock?" Su Xuan asked back. I was so excited that I forgot." Yi Lingcai turned her back and covered her eyes with her hands. Excited, Su Xuan put away the holy sword, put on his clothes, and asked, "What's so exciting at night?" "The excitement of a girly big night? That would be interesting. Flower. My snow-colored jasmine." Yi Lingcai stretched out a hand and pointed in the direction of the botanical garden outside the door. Su Xian's face was calm. He naturally knew what happened. Isn't it 100-fold acceleration, making the growth of plants reach an unprecedented speed? Look at scaring the kids. But well, he also really wanted to know what state the fast-growing plants were in now. "Let's go." Su Xuan took Delisa to the botanical garden to check the plants. Seeing Su Xuan set off, Yi Lingcai followed immediately. When he came to the botanical garden, Su Xuan was attracted by the scene in the garden. The white moonlight slowly fell, shining on the pot of snow-colored jasmine flowers in the center of the botanical garden. Under the moonlight, the snow-colored jasmine flowers are twinkling with stars. And at the moment Su Xuan and Yi Lingcai appeared, the snow-colored jasmine seemed to have received a call. Huge white buds are gradually unfolding. A beautiful figure caught everyone's eyes. Inside that huge flower bud, a snow-white flower fairy was standing upright inside, with gold and silver petals floating around, woven into a snow-white skirt, and light yellow gradient hair swaying in the wind, wafting a refreshing fragrance. Beautiful, pure beauty. Su Xuan finally understands the true meaning of flower fairy. It is indeed as beautiful as a fairy. Say something. Flowers should also be able to cough. As she advanced, Yi Lingcai's beautiful eyes were slightly startled, her face full of disbelief. She never dreamed that her unit would be advanced overnight, and it was directly promoted to Tier 3. Is this a miracle? To this, Su Xuan was also very surprised. Normally, Snowy Jasmine would need to advance to the 3rd level at noon tomorrow, but she advanced in the middle of the night. Obviously, her growth rate also exceeded Su Xuan's estimate. The only possibility is Yi Lingcai's talent. Her talent may also have something to do with her growth rate, complementing Su Xuan's talent to make it all happen. Just when Su Xuan and Yi Lingcai's eyes were all focused on Hua Fairy, the Snowy Jasmine slowly opened her eyes at this moment. In those snow-white eyes, there are patterns of blooming flowers, and they cast their eyes on Yi Lingcai and Su Xuan flickeringly. "See my master and lord," Snow-Colored Jasmine smiled slightly, paying respects to the two of them. "I am the lord, so you are the master?" Yi Lingcai looked at Su Xuan suspiciously. "After serving Su Xuan, her troop will change. Otherwise, you can also call me master." Su Xuan shrugged his shoulders. Yi Lingcai didn't answer. She just gritted her teeth lightly, but the unwillingness in her heart dropped rapidly. Because she was really curious how Su Xuan did it. Made her plants turn upside down overnight. Not only snow-colored jasmine flowers. Even the 2 blazing sunflowers grew 2 more branches in just one night. As an auxiliary hero, Sunflower can create magic factors to supply other plants through photosynthesis. Let the fighting power of the rest of the plants be more than doubled. Very good. Yi Lingcai embraced the petals of the snow-colored jasmine excitedly, and the huge petals made her feel very at ease. Su Xuan ignored her, but directly opened the hero panel. Now, he has the control of 2 town halls, and the number of heroes is naturally doubled. Of course, Yi Lingcai's town hall can only recruit her heroes. Name: Fairy Snowy Jasmine. Race: Plant Epic. Level: Tier 3 1-star. Power: 1000. Agility: 1000. Physique: 1000. Magic power: 3000. Talent: White illusion skill: hallucinogenic magic. Expand. It's not a bad attribute, and the future can be expected. Su Xuan nodded in satisfaction. The power of the snow-colored jasmine was recognized by him. Just when Su Xuan's attention was focused on the attribute panel of the snow-colored jasmine, Yi Lingcai walked up to Su Xuan. Her eyes were a little evasive, but her mentality had already changed. From the original unwillingness to lose, to the current relief and a little respect for Su Xuan. "Thank you for not destroying my botanical garden," but also giving them strength. Yi Lingcai's voice was very soft, but Su Xuan could hear it clearly. Su Xuan smiled faintly and put his hand on Yi Lingcai's head. Yin said, "As long as you obediently help me take care of the botanical garden, I guarantee that your achievements will far exceed that of developing alone. Will you believe me?" Yi Lingcai replied without hesitation. "I believe it." "Okay, now go to bed." Wait. Remember, don't mess into the adults' room in the future." Chapter 52. The next day, Su Xuan was sleeping in dreamland. As a servant, Freemia lay beside Su Xuan, admiring her master's profile. And at this moment, her keen perception made her aware of the approaching danger. Freemia's eyes were fixed, and her figure disappeared in an instant. On the other side, 3 armies are marching towards Yi Lingcai's territory. 3 lords gathered in one place, and hundreds of soldiers also gathered here. Orcs, dwarves, elemental elves. We need to speed up. Sister Lingcai needs our help. Calm down, Yilan. Lingcai's defensive magic circle is very strong, even if we have to attack for 3 days to destroy it. Brother, you're right. Although Lingcai is timid, she is very smart and won't sit still. The 3 are Yi Lingcai's older brothers and sisters, Yi Fan, Yi Chun, and Yi Lan. They received Yi Lingcai's request for help and led their own army to support. Big brother and second brother, we must prepare for the worst. Yi Lan showed a worried look on her pretty face. If the one who attacked the territory is a pervert, our ring bell looks so beautiful and cute, I'm afraid. Yi Lan, can you stop thinking about it? Your paranoia is getting worse. I'm not imagining. I'm just worried about the ringtone. Okay, you don't have to worry too much. The eldest brother Yi Fan said to his younger siblings, "With our strength, we will definitely be able to drive the invaders away." Yi Lingcai also said that the other party only has a dozen or so people. If we dispatch the whole army this time, are we afraid that he will fail? That's right. If that kid dares to bully Kaling, I will smash him to pieces. The whole army. Speed up. The 3 armies marched mightily towards Yi Lingcai's territory. And this scene has long been understood by Freemia. A group of ants who dare to challenge the Lord. Freemia's eyes ignited with black flames. The next second, the body of the magic flame was activated and turned into a flame succubus. Fly to the army of 3. You all have to die. The voice has not yet fallen. 3 groups of pitch-black flames appeared in the sky. Immediately afterwards, Freemia, whose whole body was burning with pitch-black flames, appeared in everyone's sight. What is that? This scene was instantly noticed by everyone below. That's it. Advanced magic? What terrible magic. Damn it. We're ambushed. This magic fluctuation is at least the 3rd level. No, a hero above the 4th level. How is it possible? The other party is a gold lord. The 3 of Yi fans suddenly showed shocked expressions, and the 3 brothers and sisters looked at each other in blank dismay, wondering whether the heroes they brought with them could defeat the existence above the 4th order. No matter what, we must defeat it. Lingcai is still waiting for us to save her. Yi Fan gritted his teeth and asked his half-orc hero to attack immediately. An ugly half-orc stepped out from the crowd. It looks ugly, but its strength is not bad. Tier 3 9 stars, only 1 step away from Tier 4. Fix her. Akon, Yi Fan ordered to the orc. Roar. The half-orc roared, picked up the giant axe, and jumped up. Its jumping ability is extremely strong. In just an instant, he came to a height of more than 10 meters, raised his giant axe, and slashed at Freemia. Then, in response to the orc's all-out attack, Freemia only raised her hand slightly. Next second, the pitch-black flame turned into a long sword, swung out with one blow. Boom. A bang. The orc fell from the sky and fell heavily on the ground. Although he didn't suffer fatal injuries, the blow made the orc extremely painful. So strong. Seeing this, the 3 of Yi Fan couldn't help frowning. Their eldest brother's half-orc is a 3rd Tier 9-star elite quality half-orc. The strength is so strong that even among the Silver Lords, they are considered outstanding. But in front of the hero who was covered in flames, there was no resistance at all. Damn, is this guy the hero who invaded the Lord of Lingcai's territory? Yichen asked in shock. How could it be? Isn't Lingcai's territory already fallen? When Yilan thought that her sister had become a prisoner of the other lord, Her feet went limp and she almost fainted. She couldn't imagine what kind of suffering her sister would encounter. If it is possible, she really wanted to take the place of her sister and suffer. Yi Chun, Yi Lan, Yi Fan shouted to the two of them. Let all the heroes go together. We can't back down. Good. The three immediately dispatched their heroes. They dispatched a total of 7 heroes this time, all of whom are above Tier 3. 7 heroes worked together. Attack on Freemia. However, boom, a bang. The pitch-black flame defeated the 7 heroes in just an instant. The aftermath of magic swept the audience. The soldiers of the 3 suffered serious losses. Yi Fan and the others were even more implicated, hiding behind the bunker and shivering. She is too strong. Yi Fan clenched his teeth. The strength of the enemy heroes far exceeded their predictions. Tier 4. And it's still a Tier 4 high star. However, what they don't know is that Freemia is actually only a second level 1 star. It's just the increase in the territory, as well as her own background, that made her strength reach the strength of the 4th tier. The ants. Freemia's cold voice resounded in the sky. Dare to break into my lord's territory. Prepare to go to hell. The voice just fell. The pitch-black flames spread across the entire sky in an instant. Magic flame. Freemia's pseudo-forbidden magic. Enough to wipe out all the 3 armies below. It's over. Yi Fan and the 3 of them turned pale from fright. Originally, they came to support their sister, but now, even they have to take it in. Wait. Please wait. At this time, Yi Linkai appeared in everyone's sight. She rushed over immediately after hearing the sound of fighting. Stop this war from continuing. Linkai. After the 3 of them saw Yi Linkai, their worried expressions eased a lot. Luckily, their sister is okay. Big brother, second brother, third sister, stop your hero quickly. I am now his subordinate lord, and there is no danger. Yi Linkai said to the 3 of Yi Fan, and at the same time shouted to Freemia. Please don't hurt them. It's a misunderstanding. Freemia glanced at Yi Linkai, and after a moment of silence, she chose to stop. But it's not because of Yi Linkai's appearance, but because of Su Xuan's voice, telling her not to do anything yet. After seeing the sky-high flames dissipate, Yi Fan's terrified faces eased down. At this time, Yi Linkai asked the 3 of them, Big brother, second brother, and third sister, didn't I send you a message? I'm fine now, so you don't need to come here. At the same time, he took out the handkerchief and wiped the wounds on the 3 of them. Is there? I didn't see. The 3 of Yi Fan just discovered that Yi Linkai sent them a message at 3 or 4 o'clock last night, and the crisis in the territory has been resolved, so there is no need to come here again. Linkai? Who are you now? Yi Lan asked Yi Linkai about the current situation with concern. Yi Linkai took a deep breath, her eyes were firm, and she said Dong Ao to her elder brother and sister without a trace of regret. I am now the subordinate lord of brother Su Xuan, and I will serve him now. Chapter 53. I am now the subordinate lord of brother Su Xuan, serving him. Yi Linkai told the 3 of them. Subordinate lord. When the 3 of them heard the title of subordinate lord, they couldn't help but wrinkle slightly. They know what it means to be subordinate to a lord. High EQ. The second in command of a territory. Low emotional intelligence. Working for nothing. It was hard to imagine that Yi Linkai would agree to the other party and become a subordinate lord. I'm afraid her fate is controlled in the palm of the other party. Thinking of this, the eyes of the 3 showed pity, and the second brother Yi Chun even tried to find the other party's theory, but when he noticed the demon burning with pitch-black flames in the sky, immediately held back again. If you are fighting, the territory of the 3 of them will also be finished. Linkai, you haven't been bullied by him, have you? Yi Lan held Yi Linkai's cheek worriedly and said with concern, You don't have to worry. He's pretty good. Yi Linkai comforted the 3 of them, said that he was not bullied, except for a little bit of astringency. Yi Linkai only found out yesterday that Su Xuan's unit is a succubus. No wonder his heroes and people are as beautiful as flowers. Each of them is a big sister full of lust. It's fine. Yi Lan let out a long sigh of relief and gently stroked Yi Linkai's beautiful hair. Let's go. Don't be discovered by him, in case your territory is also occupied. Yi Linkai urged the 3 of them to leave quickly. She was deeply afraid that Su Xuan would take over her brother and sister's territory. Linkai, is this your friend? Or At this time, Su Xian's voice reached everyone's ears. Surprised, the four siblings turned their attention to Su Xian. Yi Fan, you are the one who captured my sister's territory. Yi Chun, strange? Why is it just a bronze lord? Yi Lan, he's kind of handsome. Ahem. Yi Fan patted the dust on his body, and then said to Su Xian, Your Excellency is willing to spare Ling Sai's life after defeating her, which is very magnanimous. My name is Yi Fan, and I am Yi Ling Sai's eldest brother. I don't know what to call you. Su Xian. Su Xian replied indifferently. Brother Su, the three of us did not come here with any malicious intentions. We are only here to support Ling Kai. Yi Fan said hastily. Now that you have reached a consensus, we will withdraw our troops. If we bother you, we will offend you. After he learned that Yi Ling Kai was voluntary, he let go of his guard against Su Xian. Although she became the other party's subordinate lord, she still retained her life and the qualification to continue in the endless world. The most important thing is, the three of them combined can't beat each other. No problem. Su Xian's smile is friendly. The reason why he didn't take down the three of them directly was because Su Xian just needed to know the situation in the surrounding area. Yi Ling Kai is a plant lord who has been nesting in the territory for a long time and obviously knows nothing about the outside world. Su Fian can't help much. After all, she is also busy with the management of the guild. Therefore, Su Xian needs someone to open his eyes. For an area of tens of thousands of square kilometers, it would be too inefficient for him to explore alone. Please enter the territory first. I have something to ask you. Su Xian invited several people to enter the territory. The three brothers and sisters looked at each other, and after confirming that they could not refuse, they could only obey Su Xian's wishes and enter the territory. Brother, why is he just a bronze lord? This may be due to the extraordinary talent. Just the bronze lord can bloody our three silver lords. What is his unit? Demon. Looks like they are, but they're all women. Along the way, the three siblings whispered to each other. Just as they passed by Yi Ling Sai's plantation, they suddenly showed terrified expressions. Ling Kai, how did your plantation become like this? Have all your plants been promoted to Tier 3? Last month, most of them were still Tier 2 low stars. Yi Fan and the others were shocked when they saw Yi Ling Sai's plantation turned upside down. When they visited Yi Ling Sai's territory last month, most of the plants were still at the second-level low star. But in just 1 month, he was promoted to Tier 3? Actually, they were still second-tier low stars yesterday, and they were promoted overnight. Yi Ling Kai softly explained to the three of them. I was promoted overnight. This explanation immediately shattered the worldview of the three of them. How could Yi Fan and the others fail to understand the meaning of these words? In other words, it was Su Xian's arrival that changed the plants drastically, and it only took 1 night. How on earth is this done? Ling Kai, is what you said true? Even the most powerful lord of the plant department can't make your plants change drastically overnight. Yi Lan's beautiful eyes flickered with surprise. She really couldn't imagine how this was done. I don't know. It's like this all of a sudden. Yi Ling Kai herself is also in the fog. As their lord former lord. She also didn't know how Su Xian did it. Moreover, Yi Ling Sai's talent, mother of plants, can only multiply the growth of plants and increase the special combat power of plants. So it can't be her fault. The only one who can turn his botanical garden upside down overnight is Su Xian. The four brothers and sisters looked at Su Xian's back in unison. The way they looked at Su Xian changed suddenly between a sentence. This man, so scary. Chapter 54. Everyone, please sit down. Su Xian raised his hand to signal the four siblings to sit down. After the four brothers and sisters experienced being beaten up by Su Xian's hero and witnessed the earth-shaking changes in Yi Ling Sai's botanical garden, their eyes at this time are full of weirdness, doubts, and bewilderment. The four siblings sat side by side upright, like students facing the head teacher. Don't be so nervous, everyone. Su Xian smiled lightly and continued, I hope we can cooperate. Cooperate? The four siblings looked at each other when they heard this. Yes. Su Xian nodded. Now, Yi Ling Kai has become my subordinate lord, and you are her brothers and sisters. From a certain point of view, we are also our own people. Yes. Yi Fan heard the words and nodded in agreement. But he always felt that something was weird. Everyone has entered the endless world a few years ago, and I must have some understanding of the situation in this area. Su Xuan suggested to the three. So I hope you can tell me the information about this small area, the details of the territory, the enemy's forces, etc. The so-called small area is an area of 1,000 kilometers multiplied by 1,000 kilometers, which is counted as a small area. The area of 10,000 kilometers times 10,000 kilometers is counted as a medium area, and the area of 100,000 kilometers times 100,000 kilometers is counted as a large area. There are about 100 territories in a small area, so Su Xuan needs Yi Fan and the others to assist him. That's no problem. I happen to know everything about the surrounding situation. I usually record the intelligence in the area and draw it into a map. Yi Fan nodded and transmitted a map to Su Xuan through the Lord's friend-making system. When Su Xuan received the map, he smiled knowingly. There are more than 20 territories marked on Yi Fan's map, and these will become his experience in promoting to the Silver Lord. Thanks. Su Xuan expressed his gratitude to Yi Fan. This map is really important to him. You're welcome. You didn't bully our little sister. We are already very grateful. If Lin Kai meets those evil lords, we can hardly imagine what will happen. Yi Fan waved his hand and smiled. They seemed very happy that Su Xuan was a kind person, and they were glad that Su Xuan didn't do anything to Lin Kai. After those territories were occupied, it often happened that female lords who failed to escape in time were insulted. They were very pleased that Lin Kai was safe and sound. Of course, from Su Xuan's point of view, he really doesn't like small girls very much. Elam is already an exception. By the way, Su Xuan glanced at Yi Lan. She was a normal adult woman with a decent figure. But Yi Lin Kai? Was it malnourished as a child? But it can't be so petite, can it? After chatting for a while, Su Xuan let Yi Fan and the three leave. Yi Lin Kai breathed a sigh of relief after seeing her brother and sister leading their army away safely. She bowed to Su Xuan and said, "Thank you for not embarrassing my brothers and sisters." To this, Su Xuan just smiled lightly. After going through this incident, he has gained Yi Lingcai's loyalty. And the most important thing now is to quickly promote to the Silver Lord. Su Xuan unfolds the map. Basically, the surrounding territories are marked very clearly. Among them, there are 17 bronze territories, 8 silver territories, and 2 gold territories. Of course, the Black Iron territory has already been ruled out by Su Xuan. They are not the main target. At most, they should be cleared when passing by. Looking at the geographical location, Yi Lingcai's territory is really a treasure land of geomantic omen. Su Xuan suddenly discovered that Yi Lingcai's territory is an absolute treasure of geomantic omen. There is a winding mountain in the southwest, blocking the enemy on the other side of the mountain, and a lake in the east, blocking the battlefield. The north is the territory of Yi Lingcai's brother and sister, which can form 2 bread sandwiches with cheese. There is only a gap in the southeast, which is also the direction of Su Xuan's territory. Su Xuan was a little puzzled. How did Su Fian find Yi Lingcai's territory? I should teleport my territory over. Su Xuan made a decision. Yi Lingcai's territory was much better than his. The location of Su Xian's original territory was a bit remote, and it was at the very edge of the small area map. There are not many resources, and the monsters are dense, so it can only be said to be SOSO. It's better to send the original territory over quickly. That's right. Territory can be teleported. The bronze territory only needs to pay 10,000 gold in 1 day to complete the teleportation. Of course, the teleportation distance is limited, but the distance of hundreds of kilometers is still very easy. Su Xuan immediately pays 10,000 gold for territory teleportation. By tomorrow, his succubi can establish their homes in the new territory. But before that, Su Xuan set his sights on the territory closest to him, a silver territory. It is only about 100 kilometers away from Yi Lingcai's territory, but because there is a forest blocking it, Yi Lingcai's territory has not been found so far. That's it. Su Xuan put away the map and immediately led the succubi to the target. Before going out, Su Xuan rubbed Yi Lingcai's head specially and told her, "Manage the territory well. I'll be back before dark." Yi Lingcai nodded obediently and then watered her plants as usual. At the same time, the other side, a Silver Lord is planning his future hegemony. And then at this moment, boom, A pitch-black flame descended from the sky. Instantly, the entire territory was engulfed in flames. Damn, what happened? This terrifying scene left him dumbfounded, but the next second, your hero Spark has died. Your hero Lon has died. When a series of death reminders sounded, the Silver Lord knew that his territory was over. F***K. What the hell? Run away. He hurriedly opened the portal and escaped from the endless world. After losing the Lord, the people on the territory instantly became chaotic. A moment later, the heroes and people of this territory fell under Freemia's flames. The town hall was destroyed and finally turned into a treasure chest, which fell into the hands of Su Xuan. Lord metal plus 200, gold plus 10,000, stone plus 5W, wood. A series of harvest information made Su Xuan nod in satisfaction, but 200 Lord medals are not enough to be promoted to Silver Lord. Next, Chapter 55. Damn, why is a Bronze Lord so powerful? Hold on. My Goblin Army. Send. It's all gone. Lord metal plus 300, gold plus 10,000, stone. In a short period of time, Su Xuan once again dealt with the territory vigorously and resolutely. With these 300 Lord medals, it's enough. Su Xuan nodded in satisfaction, and then led the succubi back to the territory. Su Xuan destroyed 2 silver territories in a row, which naturally attracted the attention of the surrounding territories. Some allied lords began to discuss the meeting. Have you heard? The territory of Lixing and Han Mo has been captured. What's the situation? Who did it? The gold leader in the southeast did it. No, it's a new lord. He directly occupied 2 territories in one day. Although the strength of Lixing and Han Mo's territory belongs to the weakest group among the Silver Lords, they are not that fragile, right? They will break if touched. Then I don't know. We have to be careful. How about, let's unite directly and take him down first. It's hard to say, why don't you listen to Sister May? Sister May, a bunch of trash. A newcomer who just entered the endless world scares you like this. It's really useless. That's right. The other party is also a Silver Lord. What are you afraid of? We have 7 or 8 territories. Are you afraid of him? We still have Sister May, the Golden Lord here. Didn't Sister May's white tiger beast mother kill that kid indiscriminately? Fart. There is no need for Sister May to take action at all. According to the geographical location, that kid is definitely somewhere in the southeast. We will send scouts directly to find his territory. If anyone's territory is attacked by that kid, you will immediately notify me. I, Huang Hai, directly lead my army to support. Okay. I'll just wait for your words. Let's do this. On the other side, Su Xuan returned to the territory facing the moonlight. The moment he landed, Yi Lingkai immediately went out to greet him. Didn't you say to come back before dark? I thought you weren't coming back. Yi Lingkai asked with some worry. This made Su Xuan a little surprised, and then laughed. There is something on the way. How well is the botanical garden taken care of? The situation is good. Fairy Suajali has been promoted to Tier 3 and 3-star. And Yi Lingkai told Su Xuan what happened in the territory. After a day and a night of growth, the plants in Yi Lingkai's territory have grown crazily. Follow this pace. Within a month, the level of the plants will advance to the 4th level. Very good. Su Xuan met with a smile and rubbed Yi Lingkai's head. This made Yi Lingkai very puzzled. Did he always like to rub other people's heads? And in the conversation between the two, a huge magic circle appeared next door to Yi Lingkai's territory. That is, the moment Yi Lingkai saw the huge magic circle, immediately revealed a look of shock. I sent my territory here. You are a good place. Su Xuan explained to Yi Lingkai. The combination of the 2 territories is also more convenient to manage. Oh. Yi Lingkai responded with a look of surprise in her beautiful eyes. How could she have thought that Su Xuan would move his territory to her? Gradually, the huge magic circle flickered with a blue light. Next second, a territory was displayed in the sight of the 2 of them, and the moment the territory landed, Elam and the others rushed out of the town hall in a panic. But when they saw Su Xuan's figure, they immediately showed joyful smiles. After all, it has been 5 or 6 days since Su Xuan left for the expedition, and they have waited too long in the territory. Owner, Elam and dozens of succubi stationed in the territory immediately rushed to Su Xuan, especially Elam. He jumped up and landed on Su Xuan's body. "Master, I miss you so much. You are finally back." Wrong. Elam suddenly realized that it wasn't Su Xuan who came back, but the whole territory was teleported. "Elam, from now on, this is our new territory." Su Xuan told Elam and the other succubi what had happened in the past few days. The harmonious scene made Yi Lingkai very curious. She always felt that the relationship between Su Xuan and the succubi was not like a lord and his subjects, but like family, just like myself, etc. Sudden, how many succubi did Yi Lingkai see holding their children? Who are these children? Yi Lingkai was in a mess for a moment. Could these be Su Xuan's children, etc.? But she also thought that Su Xuan's unit is a succubus, so there seems to be nothing wrong with it. For a moment, Yi Lingkai fell into confusion. She was in a daze, not knowing how to react. After telling the succubus everything, Su Xuan immediately went to upgrade the town hall. Required to upgrade from bronze to silver, Lord Metal, 1,000, gold, 30,000, stone, 20W, wood, 20W, upgrade. Lord Metal, 1,000, gold, 30,000, wood, 20W, stone, 20W. The town hall is being upgraded. Countdown. 3 days. The next second when Su Xuan chooses to upgrade, the construction of the town hall begins. This scene naturally fell in Yi Lingkai's eyes. Her beautiful eyes flickered, surprised at how quickly Su Xuan was promoted. Su Xuan once told her that it has only been more than a month since she entered the endless world. Promoted to silver rank in just over a month. Yi Lingkai really felt that Su Xuan's strength is so abnormal. And just an hour later, the construction of the town hall is complete. Congratulations. Enter the Silver Age. Okay. A smile appeared on the corner of Su Xuan's mouth. Finally, to the Silver Lords. Huh. Sudden, Yi Lingkai's scream reached Su Xuan's ears. She looked shocked. Why? Why does it only take about an hour for Su Xuan to upgrade from the bronze territory to the silver territory? She remembered that it took her 3 full days to upgrade the town hall. What is going on? Regarding Yi Lingkai's doubts, Su Xuan just smiled lightly. It's time for him to start recruiting heroes. Su Xuan glanced at the resources. There was still about 90,000 gold left, enough to recruit 900 succubi. Su Xuan immediately recruited 400 succubi in the town hall. Gold, 40,000. Recruiting subjects, estimated countdown, 400x 1000s. Roughly speaking, it takes about 1 hour. Su Xuan turned to recruit heroes again. The silver territory can recruit 5 heroes, so gold, 3,000. Su Xuan directly pulls up. Recruit 3 heroes together. Heroes are being recruited. Countdown, 22 days. Countdown, 33 days. Countdown, 3,000 days. Accelerate. The speed of recruiting heroes and subjects is 100 times faster. It's perfect now. Su Xuan nodded in satisfaction and was about to get busy with other things, but, etc. 3,000 days. Chapter 56. 3,000 days? Seeing the countdown to recruit heroes, Su Xuan froze for a moment. Generally, epic and legendary qualities are within 1 to 50 days, while taboo qualities are within 50 to 500 days. Those 3,000 days of grunt. Su Xuan swallowed a mouthful of saliva. He murmured softly, "Mythology." Oh. Yi Lingkai heard Su Xuan's slight voice, but she couldn't hear it clearly. A pair of big bright eyes looked at Su Xuan curiously, wondering why Su Xuan froze all of a sudden. Ahem. Nothing. Su Xuan shook his head. With his own acceleration, he will know the result after 30 days. But 3,000 days is too exaggerated. Even the Lord can buy props to speed up recruitment. However, a prop costs 3,000 gold, and it can only be accelerated for 1 day. Isn't 3,000 days 9 million gold? That's inevitable. But after thinking about it again, this is a hero of mythical quality. Even 9,000 W gold is worth it. Even if mythical quality heroes have been recruited with brilliant gold, the chance is 1 in 100 million. It can be said that there are mythical quality heroes all over the world in one hand. And now, Su Xuan's mouth curled into a faint smile. One is about to come in his domain. Who is not excited about this? Moonlight tonight, so beautiful and spicy. The next day, congratulations on recruiting a legendary quality hero, Evni. Congratulations on recruiting a legendary quality hero, Evna. Greetings to Master. Two newly recruited succubi half-kneeled in front of Su Xuan. Su Xuan did not expect to be able to recruit a pair of twin succubi. Their looks are almost identical. Both of them have the same orange hair color. Only the color of their pupils is slightly different. In addition to the two heroes, 400 succubus subjects were also recruited at the same time. After going back and forth, Su Xuan's town hall can't accommodate so many succubi. Ever since, Su Xuan immediately began to expand the territory, build houses, and collect resources. He threw all the remaining stones and wood in the territory. 100 houses were built in one time. In addition, Su Xuan has also upgraded the blacksmith shop and the logging camp to improve the efficiency of resource collection. Certainly, the matter of having more children and more blessings has never been left behind by Su Xuan. The only problem is that there are just too many succubi. He became a little tight with time. In the end, Su Xuan beat himself hard. Su Xuan built a building called Succubus Meow Meow House and slowed down the flow of time by 100 times for Succubus Meow Meow House. That's right. Su Xuan's time control can not only speed up, but also slow down. In this way, the impact of time urgency is resolved. Increase the research efficiency of life magic power by 100 times. However, this has another immeasurable consequence. Even though Su Xuan had countless bonuses on his body, in the end it was empty. Rest, weird building. As the gardener of the botanical garden, Yilinkai naturally did not know the secrets of Succubus Meow Meow House. She could always see groups of succubus entering the Succubus Meow Meow room, and then coming out very quickly, with an interval of 2 or 3 minutes. Yilinkai felt very puzzled. What can she do in 2 or 3 minutes? Little did they know that 200 or 300 minutes had passed inside. Therefore, Yilinkai did not think about such weird things. The only thing I know is, many succubi are pregnant. No matter how stupid Yilinkai was, she could guess whose child these succubi were pregnant with. This made her cheeks flush slightly, and she was a little afraid to face Su Xuan. However, Su Xuan did not attack her, so she was not so afraid. Yilinkai began to wonder in her heart, did she follow the wrong partner? Su Xuan is definitely a pervert. No? Big pervert. Fighting against more than 400 succubi alone. Yilinkai covered her blushing cheeks. She couldn't even imagine it. This is not something she can think about as a human being. Calm down. Calm down. The big spider Bailon came to Yilinkai's side with a smile and patted Yilinkai's shoulder with her spider legs. As the succubus lord, the master has a reason to do it. Sitting in that position, it can be said that he can't help himself. Do you think he is happy? No. This is a portrayal of sorrow and blood and tears. Is that so? Yilinkai looked at Bailon suspiciously. Certainly, Bailon said confidently. Think about it. Do you keep doing one thing? Even if it's a hobby, it will become dull? Uh-huh. That's fine, so, the master is doing it for his people. This is a kind of great love, Bailon said passionately, and the spider legs spread out like hands. It's like giving an important speech. So it is. After hearing Bailon's words, Yilinkai finally began to understand Su Xuan. Then I saw Sister Baiyu also went into the Succubus Meow Meow house, didn't I? What? My sister went in too. No. It's impossible. Yilinkai's words instantly made Bailon go berserk. He rushed towards Succubus Meow Meow house in a rampage. But soon, it was thrown out like garbage, weeping helplessly on the side of the road. In the next few days, Su Xuan has been developing steadily in the territory. Thanks to his efforts, several descendants were born. Ding. Detected that the host has offspring born. Reward. Territory increase resource increase. C. Lords increase. Strength attribute plus 50. Ding. Detected that the host has offspring born. Reward. Territory increase. Abundant magic power. B. Lords increase. Agility attribute plus 100. Ding. Detected that the host has offspring born. Reward. Territory increase. Terrain change. B. Lords increase. Magic attribute plus 200. A series of increases allowed Su Xuan's territory resources to be expanded, as well as the function of changing the terrain of the territory. But the way of change is somewhat special and requires a long period of preparation, so it only works in certain situations. In addition to the increase in territory, Su Xuan's overall attributes have also been greatly improved. The originally weak human body is now extremely brave. With a thought, Su Xuan unfolded his personal attributes. Name: Su Xuan. Level: Silver Lord. Power: 1200. Agility: 1800. Physique: 1500. Magic power: 2000. Skill. Expand. Su Xuan smiled slightly after seeing his attributes. His stats should now rival Gold Lords. Of course, it is still difficult to fight against high-level heroes. Just like Freemia. Freemia's total attributes are probably over 3,000. As well as, Freemia is now Tier 2 and 9 stars. When it reaches the 3rd level, all attributes will usher in another transformation. Chapter 57. You need 10,000 Lord medals to be promoted to a Gold Lord. After Su Xuan finished recruiting heroes and subjects, he had to consider how to promote the Gold Lord. To be promoted to a Gold Lord requires 10,000 Lord medals. If you only get the Lord medals by conquering territories, you must conquer at least 30 silver territories. But if it's a golden territory, maybe only 5 seats or so. It's no wonder that 90% of the lords have been staying as silver lords. The conditions for silver to be promoted to gold are too harsh. Su Xuan muttered to himself. It can be said that the Gold Lord is a hurdle. Only after passing this hurdle can we enter the real battlefield. Get ready to fight. There are still many silver territories that can be used as experience packs. Su Xuan glanced at the map. There were 6 or 7 silver territories waiting for him to conquer, besides 2 gold territories. But now Su Xuan dare not attack the gold territory rashly, because the strength of the Gold Lord is much higher than that of the Silver Lord. There may even be heroes of the 5th rank. This is something Su Xuan must definitely be careful about. Just as Su Xuan was making a decision, Evni and Evna landed in front of Su Xuan. At the same time, they also carried a bird-human scout in their hands. Master, we caught an enemy. The twin sisters reported to Su Xuan. Su Xuan glanced at the bird-human scout. The wings and arms were combined. The sharp beak and claws were used as sharp weapons to hurt people. And at the same time, he was proficient in ventilation attribute magic. In the endless world, it can be regarded as a powerful unit of the 3rd echelon. Kill it, Su Xuan said lightly. Obey. Even he was about to kill, suddenly, Freemia fell from the sky again. In her hands, she was holding several heads. My lord, there are many scouts around our territory. Freemia dropped her head on the ground. Su Xuan looked. These heads were all from different races. In other words, there is not only one person eyeing his territory, it seems to be targeted. Su Xuan muttered to himself, after roughly judging from the ranks of these corpses that the other party should be all silver lords. Then I had a better idea in my heart. Su Xuan immediately set off and walked quickly towards Yi Lingcai's botanical garden. Lingcai, how are the plants taken care of? Su Xuan just walked into the botanical garden and saw the rare snow scene. Yi Lingcai happened to peel off the petals of the snow-colored jasmine fairy to clean her. And this scene also fell into Su Xuan's eyes. Oh, Su Xuan stared. It turns out that the snow-colored jasmine fairy is not completely snow-white, but there are spots of pink hidden in it. It doesn't have a flavor. Get out. Yi Lingcai quickly blocked Su Xuan's sight with herself, preventing Su Xuan from seeing the internal structure of the snow-colored jasmine fairy. But Fairy Snowy Jasmine didn't care at all. Smiling to Su Xuan, he said, Master, how are the plants? Su Xuan ignored Yi Lingcai and walked straight towards Fairy Jasmine. Yi Lingcai hurriedly asked Fairy Jasmine to put away the petals, and then she felt relieved. Everyone has advanced to the 3rd level, and the newly recruited hero vine flower. Yi Lingcai looked at a huge vine in the corner. This is the epic quality plant vine flower that Yi Lingcai just recruited. Its growth rate is extremely fast, and in just a few days, it has advanced to the 3rd order 9 star. However, it cannot transform into a human form like Fairy Jasmine. It is a huge vine that grows meanderingly from the ground, and in just a few days, the vine branches have covered the entire botanical garden. As for how many vines grow underground, Su Xuan didn't know either. I need to use them, Su Xuan said to Yi Lingcai. The upgrade method of plants is different from that of other heroes. Coupled with Su Xian's 100-fold acceleration, the level of plants surpassed that of Succubus. Perhaps they can't compete with succubi of Freemia's level, but it is more than enough to deal with ordinary arms. Most importantly, the increase in Su Xian's territory is also effective for them. Magic boost, magic weaving, spiritual immunity, crimson mark, etc. It all works for the plants. Maybe the effect is not as good as the succubus, but it can also increase the combat power by at least 100%. Yes, are they going to be sent to the battlefield? Yi Lingcai's beautiful eyes flashed, and she asked Su Xuan expectantly. Su Xuan nodded. I want to plant vines to the periphery of the territory as a defensive facility for defending the city. The attributes of vine flowers are very suitable as a weapon for defending the city, especially the vines with poisonous thorns, coupled with their huge size, are enough to sweep large-scale battlefields. In this way, no matter how many enemies there are, they can still be dealt with. As for Freemia and the others, they need to deal with the enemy heroes, and sometimes they may ignore the bottom battlefield. Yi Lingcai's plants did the trick. Okay, I'll do it right away. When Yi Lingcai heard that Su Xuan was going to use vines to protect the territory, a smile appeared on her face. After all, plant lords have always been criticized as weak chicken lords. Now her plants finally have enough fighting power with the help of Su Xuan. Then naturally you have to express yourself well. Her plants are no weaklings. Yi Lingcai immediately started to move the vine flower happily. Move the vines in the botanical garden to the periphery of the territory. But you must know that the current territory has been expanded to hundreds of thousands of square meters by Su Xuan, and stone walls and sentry towers have been built around it. Therefore, Yi Lingcai may need a day or two to complete Su Xian's task. By the way, Su Xuan informs Yifuni and Yifuna to help Yi Lingcai to prevent his little gardener from being taken away by the bad guys. After Yi Lingcai left, Su Xian's gaze fell on Fairy Jasmine. Fairy Jasmine's current rank is Tier 3 and 6 stars, and her growth rate may not be as fast as that of Vine Flower, but her combat power is far superior to Vine Flower's. As well as, Su Xuan came to Fairy Jasmine, closed her eyes, and sniffed lightly. The rich fragrance of flowers overflowed in his nostrils, like a fairy who captivated the soul. Something nice for you. Su Xuan took out a drop of golden liquid, and it dripped on the petals of Jasmine Fairy. This is a gift given to him by the female elf Tylan, called Elf Pure Water. The elves are the guardians of the forest, and they know how to take care of every plant and tree in the forest. And this spirit pure water is one of them. As for its origin, Su Xuan didn't ask. It was the secret of the elves. When the fairy pure water drips on the petals of the Jasmine Fairy, instantly, the flower body of Fairy Jasmine blooms with a bright yellow halo. At the same time, an ethereal voice came from Su Xian's mind. Your Fairy Jasmine has a new insight. Obtain the skill, Moonlight Flower C, Pseudo-Forbidden Magic. Chapter 58. Ding ding ding, the golden ripples sway. The petals of the Jasmine Fairy are enveloped in golden brilliance. Moonlight Flower C, Pseudo-Forbidden Magic, a large-scale magic covering a radius of 10 kilometers, full of power. Pseudo-Forbidden Magic? Seeing Fairy Jasmine's new ability, Su Xuan was overjoyed. He didn't expect that the elf pure water that Tylan gave him had this function. Master, at this time, Fairy Jasmine was very active after receiving Su Xian's gift. Her branches and leaves gently held Su Xuan and pushed him towards him. What's wrong? Su Xuan was about to ask, but the body has been wrapped in petals by the Jasmine Fairy. Looking closely at Fairy Jasmine, Su Xuan discovered that Fairy Jasmine has a face that is all over the world. Although every part of the body still retains some of the characteristics of a plant, the flower fairy inside the petals is almost no different from a human woman. Grunt. Su Xuan swallowed a mouthful of saliva. The fragrance of jasmine wantonly invaded his nasal cavity, poured into his mind, and gradually eroded his sanity. My master, Jasmine Fairy's light and gentle voice echoed in Su Xian's ears. I need more nutrients to grow better. The following is a detailed description of watering flowers. 100,000 words will be omitted below. Your Fairy Jasmine has been promoted to Tier 3 and 9 stars. Your Jasmine Fairy has a new understanding and a new ability. Nectar, special. Thank you, Master, for your kindness. Su Xuan stepped out of the petals. He's covered in nectar all over his body and needs to take a shower right away. Can only say, Fairy Jasmine is so enthusiastic. Longing for more nutrition, it is no different from a succubus. Fortunately, Su Xuan happened to be rich in the nutrients she needed, and even made Jasmine Fairy jump 3 small levels in a row, reaching the 3rd level in 9 stars. But this kind of irrigation cannot have such an amazing effect every time, and it is also related to Su Xuan's strength. It can only be said that the water flows slowly. Take your time. Su Xuan was about to go back to the town hall to sleep. Sudden, 8 red eyes stared at Su Xuan. Su Xuan froze for a moment. The 8 red eyes in the darkness made his back shiver. Next second, boom, boom, boom. Bailangio moved her 8 long legs and rushed to Su Xuan. Give Su Xuan a crazy lick. What are you doing? Su Xuan was flustered. Is this little guy crazy? Master, it tastes so sweet. I can't help it. Bailan excitedly explained to Su Xuan. Drool all over Su Xuan's face. Stop, stop. Can't stop. Can't stop. Hissing. Su Xuan could hardly resist Bailan's enthusiasm. Until, Brian, what are you doing? You hit Bailan on the head. Force her away. Sister, what I said is true. The master is super sweet. Then you can't lick like that. Woo 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 woo. Su Xuan finally escaped Bailan's attack. He breathed a sigh of relief. A spider weighing several tons is licking him wildly. The scene is somewhat unacceptable to anyone. Go take a shower first. Su Xuan turned back to his room and turned on the water to take a bath. And just when Su Xuan was about to take a bath, Owner, Bai suddenly opened the bathroom door, stuck her head out, and stared at Su Xuan, who was about to take a bath. Su Xuan was startled by Bai's intrusion. What happened to the 2 spider sisters today? What's wrong? Su Xuan asked Bai blushed slightly and said shyly, Master Bailan is right. You are really sweet. So, can you let me eat you, please? No. Can I wash it for you? Su Xuan was taken aback when he heard this. What kind of washing method? Okay. Let's go. Thank you, Master. Bai walked into the bathroom with a smile. The moment the door is shut, Bai rushed towards Su Xuan with a smile, the other side. The group of Silver Lords had already learned that their scouts had been killed. However, the location of Su Xuan's territory has not yet been confirmed. At this time, Huang Hai sent a message in the chat group. Huang Hai. My bird-human warriors have found the location of the enemy's territory. Come and kill them with me. Real or fake? Very good. The Lord of the Yellow Sea is indeed reliable. Let's rectify the army quickly. Go and destroy his territory. Okay. My 300 kobold fighters are already hungry and thirsty. Tomorrow, everyone, gather. All the news in the group fell into the eyes of the Golden Lord named Sister May. A newly promoted Silver Lord also made this group of people spend a lot of time. What a bunch of waste. An obese middle-aged woman slumped on a deck chair, mocking everything that happened in the group. Lin didn't take Su Xuan's threat seriously. What she wants is bigger prey. What's the use of 1 Silver Lord? 3 Silver Lords are interesting. When the 3 brothers and sisters are eliminated, it's time to eliminate the Gold Lord who is opposing me in the small area. Lin Mei sneered, picked up a piece of fat meat with bones on the table, and started to eat it. After she finished eating, she threw the bone aside and said to the dark corner, It's your turn to behave. Yingling, if this matter doesn't work out, you know the consequences. The voice fell. A well-built female orc stepped out from a dark corner. Indifferently replied, Duh. Chapter 59. Master, 4 armies have appeared near the territory. Ivoni and Evna reported to Su Xuan. Compared with combat power, the twin succubi have stronger detection capabilities, and they can hide their aura very well. Even enemies who are several ranks higher than them are hard to spot them. 4 armies. When Yi Linkai heard that 4 armies were approaching their territory, she immediately showed a worried expression. How could she have thought that the other lord would form an alliance? Come and attack. Take it easy. Su Xuan told Yi Linkai not to be too nervous. Su Xuan was not too worried about the union of the 4 silver territories. The only thing to worry about is the only 2 golden territories. Of course, now his territory has been greatly improved in all aspects. Even if the Gold Lord fights, it is enough to compete with it. My lord, are we going to take the initiative? Freemia asked Su Xuan. Certainly. Su Xuan nodded. The four armies attacked Su Xuan's territory from different directions. They also seemed to have set a time so that the four armies arrived at Su Xuan's territory at the same point. And if Su Xuan had to deal with one army first, the other three armies would arrive at Su Xuan's territory on time. But it is also impossible for Su Xuan to have the four armies meet in one place. Definitely get rid of an army first. Freemia, you and Teresa bring 50 succubi and eliminate the enemies in the southwest direction. Obey, your lord. Freemia and Teresa set off immediately to finish off the enemies in the southwest. Is there anything I can do for you? Yilinkai asked Su Xuan, wondering if she could help. Need not. Su Xuan shook his head and said with a faint smile, you just need to wait quietly with me in the territory. Oh. On the other side, a kobold army is marching mightily towards Su Xuan's territory. The number of them is around 300. Most of them are tier 9 stars, and 3 of them are slightly stronger. 1 is a tier 3 7-star, and 2 is a tier 2 2-star. And leading this kobold army was a young man with a big belly. He rode on the horse in high spirits, humming a little song along the road, enjoying himself leisurely. After walking a few kilometers, he ordered his army, "Don't be so fast. Let's slow down." Luda grinned grimly. Although the 4 territories agreed to arrive at the target at a certain point in time. But Luda has a thick skin. He has a lot of reasons to explain why he was late. As long as his soldiers are not the first to go up to die, he can say anything. Just when Luda led his army forward slowly. Sudden, dozens of figures are floating above the sky. What is that? Luda looked up at the dozens of figures in the sky, frowning slightly. He muttered to himself, could it be that the opponent's unit has the ability to fly? Only a few dozen people dare to stop my army? Court death. Luda sneered and waved. Archers, get ready. Shoot. Whoosh. Kobold archers immediately shoot arrows at enemies in midair. The arrows are like raindrops, shooting at the enemy. Just when Luda thought that the enemy would be hit by an arrow and fall. Sudden, a pitch-black flame ignited in the sky and turned into a barrier, easily blocking the rain of arrows. Luda was taken aback by the sudden, powerful magic power. He immediately realized that the opponent even sent a hero to stop him. Damn it. You 3. Give it to me. Luda immediately issued an order to his 3 heroes to attack the enemy. He has 3 heroes, and the opponent has 1 hero. Can he still lose? Of course. Before he finished speaking, sudden, the pitch-black flame turned into a fire knife tens of meters long. Freemia raised the fire knife high, then drop. Boom. A bang. The kobold army was instantly swallowed by the pitch-black flames. Split a dark crack from the middle of the crowd. Luda was instantly petrified. Just that blow, dozens of his soldiers were killed or injured. Even a hero had no time to dodge, but was instantly swallowed by the flames and turned into ashes. The ants. At this time, Freemia's cold voice resounded in the sky. You have stepped into the forbidden area. As soon as the voice fell, the fire knife tens of meters in Freemia's hand, falling down like fire from the sky. Boom. Instantly, a pitch-black flame swept across the audience. None of the people present was spared, turn into ashes and dissipate into nothingness. That's it. Seeing this, Delissa was a little displeased. The Lord sent them here anyway, for the purpose of killing. As a result, he and 50 succubi were watching the show on the sidelines. They were all killed by Freemia. No way. Freemia shrugged and replied, they are too weak. On the other side, the armies of the remaining 3 territories have assembled in front of Su Xuan's territory. They looked at each other, and after realizing that Luda's army had been arriving for a long time, they immediately showed doubts. Strange, where's Luda? Leave him alone. He has this character, and he will never be the first to rush to die. Shall we go first? Then let's go first. Huang Hai looked around, and after seeing nearly 1,000 soldiers assembled in the 3 territories, a confident smile rose from the corner of his mouth. With so many people, can't they win a lord who has just advanced to the Silver Seal? Well, march. The 3 lords immediately commanded their soldiers to attack Su Xuan's territory. The 9 heroes took the lead and charged towards the target. The fastest one is a bird-human hero. The speed is as fast as a flash of lightning in the sky. In just a moment, they came to the sky above Su Xuan's territory. He flaps his wings and creates a hurricane. It is preparing to destroy Su Xuan's territory. However, at this moment, swish, snapped, a clear voice sounded. A green vine suddenly rose from the ground, entangled the ankles of the bird people. Chapter 60. How? The winding vines go straight to the sky. Before the bird-human hero could react, he wrapped his ankles. Then pull hard. The screams resounded through the sky at this moment. Boom. Another bang. The bird-human hero was directly grabbed by the vines and fell to the ground. The violent impact raised dust all over the sky. When the dust dispersed, everyone saw the bird-human warrior lying in a pool of blood in embarrassment. Damn, why are there plant soldiers? Could it be that the other party is the lord of the plant department? Don't be afraid. Plant lords are most afraid of flames. Hurry up. Prepare flame arrows. Let's move. Wait. What's going on? Why can't I move? At the moment when everyone was about to act, they suddenly found that their bodies were in a paralyzed state. Instantly, the entire army was paralyzed in place. Even those few heroes were caught in slow motion. Damn. Pollen in the air. Poisonous. Only then did Huang Hai react. Pale yellow pollen pervades the entire area, and these poisonous pollen caused their soldiers to fall into temporary paralysis. Taking advantage of the moment when the enemy was paralyzed, the vine flower immediately launched a counterattack. Huge vines rose from the ground in an instant. Like a long whip, it swept across thousands of troops and attacked the army of the three lords. Soldiers who are in a paralyzed state have no room to resist. They fell to the ground one by one under the sweep of the vines. Great! Yi Lingkai in the distance saw this scene with a smile on her face. It was the first time she had seen her plants display such a powerful force. Even in the face of a large number of enemies, you can deal with it freely. This is just the beginning. Su Xuan smiled slightly and winked at Yu, who was above the territory. Yu immediately understood and immediately began to gather magic power. Next second, a dark golden ball of light appeared in the sky, constantly expanding outward. And the enemies on the battlefield, how can they care about the scene in the sky? Damn it! Cut off all these vines. After regaining his mobility, Huang Hai immediately ordered his heroes and soldiers to cut off the vines. Countless birdmen flew into the sky, unleashed their wind blades, and attacked the vines spreading across the battlefield. This trick does work, but only works. Except for the birdmen of the Yellow Sea, the soldiers of the other two lords still could not escape the obstruction of the vines. Yellow Sea, help us. Damn, what the hell is this? Damn it, I knew I wouldn't be here. The other two lords kept wailing, which disturbed Huang Hai. Since there is a powerful hero waiting right in front of the territory, then his territory must be defenseless. Huang Hai made a judgment and immediately ordered to the bird-human warriors, fly. Fly to a high altitude where the vines cannot reach. Then directly attack the enemy's town hall. Obey. Hundreds of bird fighters soared into the sky in an instant. They came to an altitude of 100 meters, ready to jump over the vines and launch a direct attack on Su Xuan's territory. However, the moment they fly up, then I saw a stunning succubus floating in the sky, and on top of her head, there is a dark golden energy ball that is constantly condensing and expanding. This scene, immediately, hundreds of bird-human warriors froze in place. Even the third-tier and 9-star bird-human warrior was dumbfounded at this moment. The power of the energy ball. It's not like they can deal with it. I'm afraid that if it touches a little bit, it will die instantly. When you saw the fighters of the bird-human tribe appearing in front of him, his eyes froze. Next second, the dark golden energy ball then fell down. Run, boom. Before the fighters of the bird people could react, they were all enveloped in the aftermath of the dark golden energy ball. This scene immediately caused Huang Hai below to turn pale with fright. The army he brought over was just wiped out in an instant. What frightened him even more was that there were only 2 corpses that fell from the sky. In other words, only his hero ended up with a dead body. The rest of the bird-human warriors died without a whole body. Huang Haidun was terrified by his stupid thoughts before. I was shocked. The other party, is it really a lord who has just been promoted to the Silver Seal? Save me. Save me. The screams continued on the battlefield. The joint battle of the four lords was exhausted, but Su Xuan collapsed in an instant. Fear, despair, unknown. Suddenly time echoed in their minds. What the hell is going on here? Why is the opponent's strength so terrifying? Run away. Seeing the battle with no chance of winning, the three lords immediately turned around and prepared to flee. But how could Su Xuan let this group of fat people escape? Freemia has already formed a barrier in the area where they retreated. Today, no one wants to leave alive. Who told you to go? Ants. Freemia was burning with pitch-black flames all over her body and stood in front of everyone. That terrifying scene immediately caused the three lords to burst into tears. And when they saw the hero Su Xuan for the first time, they realized what kind of monster they were fighting. An elderly lord pointed at Freemia and exclaimed, This is a hero of forbidden quality. Taboo. Everyone's eyes widened immediately. Desperation and fear made their legs tremble. Taboo. They never dreamed of it. I am actually fighting against a hero of taboo quality. Duh. Chapter 61. It looks like it's about to end. Yi Lingkai looked extremely excited. Her plants can kill all directions on the battlefield, thanks to Su Xuan's credit. Su Xuan nodded. More than half of the enemy's soldiers were lost, and the hero suffered heavy casualties. It is only a few minutes at most before the end of the war. In addition, Freemia had ambushed each other in advance, and would never let anyone go. Sudden. Su Xuan sensed a pair of eyes watching him. He raised his head suddenly. See, a middle-aged man was riding a giant eagle, quietly overlooking the battlefield. When Su Xuan found him, the middle-aged man adjusted the cowboy hat he was wearing, and then drove the giant eagle to the low altitude. Smiled to Su Xuan. Your unit is very interesting. Who are you? Su Xuan is calm on the outside, but very cautious on the inside. Because the middle-aged man gave him a very dangerous message. Gold Lord? Su Xuan's eyes were fixed. If he was an enemy, he might be difficult to deal with, but not without resistance. Don't worry, I'm just a spectator. The middle-aged man smiled faintly and continued. Just to remind you, her hero is coming here. Her hero? Su Xuan frowned. And there are enemies? Oh, here we come. The middle-aged man suddenly looked in a direction and then immediately flew into the sky with the giant eagle. At the same time, Su Xuan heard the middle-aged man's final reminder. The real battle is coming. I hope you and your succubus can surprise me. Finished speaking. A group of figures suddenly rushed out of the forest. Enemy. The succubi all looked towards the forest. Dozens of silver-white figures rushed towards them like lightning. Swish, swish, swish. The speed was so fast that the succubi had no time to react. When the enemy's claws fall, succubus can only defend passively, but the next second, the bodies of the succubus were still crimson butterflies, dissipating into nothingness. Directly triggered the scarlet mark. Seeing this, Su Xuan fixed his gaze. The scarlet mark attached to Scarlet Hell, once fatally injured, will be automatically triggered to resurrect the people of the territory. And just now, the succubi on the battlefield instantly triggered the scarlet mark. They were immediately teleported back to the territory. Although Su Xuan's ordinary succubus level is only 9 stars at the first level, his combat power is enough to fight with 3 or 4 stars at the second level. It is conceivable that the threat of the enemy coming this time is great. Now, only Freemia and Teresa are still in the center of the battlefield. What's the situation? Huang Hai and the others were stunned by the sudden turn of the battle. And when they saw the figure who came to support, the corners of their mouths showed pleasant smiles. Great! It's Sister May's White Tiger Beast Mother Legion. Ha! You are finished. Finally saved. Sister May came to save us in such a busy schedule. What an angel! Su Xuan looked from afar and saw the figure of the enemy clearly. Orc. A group of healthy, white-haired women surrounded Freemia and Delisa. Their strengths are above the second-order 5-star level. Among them, there is a powerful hero. Tier 4 6 stars. Su Xuan frowned. Such strength. The opponent is definitely the Gold Lord. Freemia, Teresa, come back first. Su Xuan asked the 2 succubi to return to the territory first. My lord, let us go back first. Freemia and Delisa looked at each other and nodded, and immediately spread their wings, ready to leave. Wanna leave? The leading white tiger beast mother sneered. and just jumped lightly. Her figure came to a height of tens of meters. Then he waved his sharp claws and attacked Freemia. Snort. Facing the enemy's offensive, Freemia snorted coldly. A black flame condensed in the palm of his hand, and he swung it towards the enemy. Boom. A bang. The white tiger beast mother cut through the flames and rushed towards Freemia, but found that it was empty. Freemia appeared behind her like a ghost, and then hit the white tiger beast mother's abdomen with a palm. Boom. The white tiger beast girl fell directly from the sky, rolled on the ground for dozens of meters, and finally recovered from her figure. Underestimated the enemy. The white tiger beast mother got up from the ground in embarrassment and looked at Freemia in the sky in disbelief. The way she looked at Freemia was shocked. Obviously, the succubus in front of him is only a second level 9 star, so why is his combat power so terrifying? She is the 4th rank. Why can you cross 2 major stages and fight with yourself? What monster? Freemia didn't want to fight either. She just glanced coldly and immediately returned to the territory with Delisa. What a powerful succubus. This scene was also clearly seen by the middle-aged man on the giant eagle. The moment he saw Freemia knocking the white tiger beast mother away with one move, he couldn't help showing a shocked expression. But you must know that the white tiger beast mother is a tier 4 and 6 star, and she is still of elite quality. But being put at a disadvantage by a tier 2 9-star enemy? This is an unimaginable thing. Even succubus qualities are taboo. It is also very difficult to show such terrifying combat power. The only reason is because of the Lord. The eyes of the middle-aged man fell on Su Xuan. This strange newcomer lord seemed to have exceeded his expectations, and the power that can instantly revive the people. Even if he came to attack as the Gold Lord, it would be difficult to break through Su Xuan's territory in a short while. The white tiger beast mother got up from the ground and wiped the blood from the corner of her mouth. Although she had withstood Freemia's full blow, but for her physique, it was only a superficial injury. It's interesting. No wonder the Lord wants me to come over to support. You bastards are really no match for him. The white tiger beast mother rolled her eyes at Huang Hai and the others, sneered and mocked. That's right. You're right. Great. Ms. Miao took action. This kid must die without a place to bury him. But just now Miss Miao was attacked by that succubus. Snort. Miao glared at the 3 of them and said angrily, "It was just an accident just now. You underestimated each other. I am here at the order of the Lord. I will surely smash the enemy into pieces. White tiger beast girls. Exist. Tear them apart with me." Yes. Miao immediately led dozens of white tiger beast mothers to attack Su Xuan's territory. This scene made Huang Hai and the others extremely excited. Now he's finished. Ha ha ha. Sister May's white tiger beast mother is an invincible existence in this small area. He is powerless to resist. We just need to watch quietly from the sidelines, waiting for the destruction of that kid's territory. The middle-aged man on the giant eagle was also watching the battlefield with a smile. He wanted to see how Su Xuan would deal with this war of disparity in strength. And at this moment, countless petals suddenly fell from the sky and scattered on the battlefield. This is Chapter 62. White petals fall like snowflakes. A white halo swayed from the center of Su Xuan's territory like water waves. What's this? The sudden change stopped the white tiger beast mother legion led by Miao in place. They were puzzled by the sudden scene. Why are there petals falling from the sky? And this scene made the middle-aged man in the sky see it. Pseudo-forbidden magic? How could a middle-aged man, as a gold lord, not know the prelude to the pseudo-forbidden magic? But what he couldn't understand was that a silver lord hero, how could he learn pseudo-forbidden magic? Generally, only heroes above tier 5 can learn pseudo-forbidden magic, just when everyone is immersed in the ocean of petals. At this time, a pure white figure walked out from the city gate. Jasmine Fairy. After advancing to the 3rd level 9 star, Fairy Jasmine gained the experience of temporarily leaving the soil and walking alone. She followed Su Xuan's order and came to destroy the enemies who attacked the territory. The 3rd tier 9 star Jasmine Fairy, even if her quality is only epic, her combat power is slightly higher than the 2nd tier 9 star Freemia. Of course, the main reason was that Freemia had just experienced a battle and her magic power was consumed, and Su Xuan also wanted to test Fairy Jasmine's strength. Look at the combat power of this flower fairy who was snatched from Yi Lingkai. Is it worth the painstaking efforts and magic power of life I spent on her? Besides, Yi Lingkai is also by Su Xuan's side, looking forward to the battle of Fairy Jasmine. Come on, come on. This is the strongest force she has recruited. Although I don't know when, Fairy Jasmine has advanced to 304 level 9 star all at once. But that is also the plant hero she was once proud of. Go, go, go. When Fairy Jasmine came to the front of the White Tiger Beast Mother Legion, the ethereal voice swayed. Follow the master's order. I will give you a long sleep. Plants? Flowers? Yin Miao looked at Fairy Jasmine suspiciously and couldn't help frowning. It was a little difficult for her to understand what the enemy's arms were. Isn't it a succubus? Why is the flower fairy in front of me at a higher level than the succubus? Or is he actually a plant lord? What are you thinking about so much? Yin Miao scratched her head violently, and the snow-white hair all over her body burst in an instant. A golden light flashed in her eyes, and she said with a sinister smile, "Just tear you to pieces." Die finished. Yin Miao immediately ejected and started. Her agile figure made her draw an afterimage in the sky. Next second, then he teleported to the back of Fairy Jasmine, waved his sharp claws, and launched an attack. However, facing Yin Miao's onslaught, Fairy Jasmine smiled faintly. The moment when the pseudo-forbidden magic, Moonlight Flower Sea opens. She is already invincible. Tear. Silver Miao's sharp claws fell, but he was surprised to find that what he tore apart was not Fairy Jasmine's body, but petals. How can it be? The sudden change made Yin Miao's eyes startled. Where's the enemy? It's a pity. Fairy Jasmine suddenly appeared more than 10 meters away. Stretch out the slender snow-white jade fingers and lightly touch a petal in front of you. Next second, countless petals flocked to Yin Miao and all the white tiger beast mothers in an instant. In just a moment, they were all wrapped up. What happened? I can't breathe. What the hell? Meow? Meow. The white tiger beast girls waved their sharp claws angrily, scratching at the petals. But I found that my attack had no effect at all. Damn it. Yin Miao was instantly enraged. Try to jump over the petals and attack Fairy Jasmine directly. But, before she got close to Fairy Jasmine, the petals were like sharp knives, cutting countless holes in her body. At the same time, after making a cut, the petals immediately adhered to the wound. Crazy sucked the blood of the prey. Just for a moment. The petals that were originally snow-white were dyed blood-red one by one. What is this? The blood-red petals made Yin Miao feel extremely uncomfortable. She frantically scratched the petals attached to her body, but it didn't help. Instead, she scratched her body with bloodstains. The same is true for the rest of the white tiger beast mothers. Their whole bodies are absorbed by the petals, and it is difficult to break free. When the snow-white petals are all covered with blood, and then after, on Fairy Jasmine's originally pure and flawless pretty face, there was an evil smile. Then he raised his fingertips and groaned softly. Boom! Next second, bang, bang, bang. Instantly, the blood petals explode. The shrill screams resounded on the battlefield. The originally invincible white tiger beast mother army turned into puddles of blood in the petals in an instant. This. The terrifying scene scared the 3 silver lords into pale faces. Sister May's white tiger beast mother legion is invincible? How could the entire army be wiped out in just a blink of an eye? Only the tier 4 and 6-star hero Yin Miao is still alive. All the rest turned into a puddle of blood. How so? Let's run away. This lord is a monster. The faces of the 3 lords were pale. Now even the white tiger beast girl legion is no match for Su Xuan. How will they deal with it? If you stay any longer, there is only one dead end. Gollum, is it really possible to escape? Huang Hai asked several people to look around, shocked to find that white petals have surrounded them too. Fear, despair, it exploded in their minds in an instant. They have become fish on the chopping board and can only be slaughtered by Su Xuan. The middle-aged man in the sky was also stunned by the 10 scenes in front of him. The area covered by the sea of flowers is far beyond his judgment. It is even so powerful that it is enough to seriously injure a tier 4 hero. The middle-aged man began to wonder if he could really defeat Su Xuan's territory. I'm afraid that even he, a gold-ranked lord, would find it difficult to fight against him. This does not include whether Su Xuan has other hidden means. What a monster! The middle-aged man exclaimed, and immediately drove the giant eagle away from the battlefield. There was a cold smile on the corner of his mouth, because he knew someone was going to be unlucky. On the battlefield. Yin Miao was hugging her body, screaming in pain. The blood stained her body red, and the severe pain forced her to kneel on the ground, unable to move. Hateful. A trace of anger flashed in Yin Miao's eyes. He raised his head slightly, staring angrily at Fairy Jasmine in front of him. Roar! A roar! Relying on the last remaining strength, Yin Miao launched a rapid surprise attack on Fairy Jasmine. However, the huge petals of sun and moon suddenly stopped in front of her. He slapped it down directly and fell heavily on the ground. Life and death were uncertain. Looks like it's resolved. Seeing this, Su Xuan nodded in satisfaction. He was rewarded for cultivating the Jasmine Fairy, and the rewards are multiplied. I can easily defeat them too. It seems that because Su Xuan didn't let her make a move, Firmia felt a little bit disappointed. She is confident that she can easily destroy the White Tiger Beast Mother Legion. Don't worry, you have a chance to perform, Su Xuan said with a smile. Thank you, my lord. When Firmia heard this, her sense of loss instantly dissipated. When Su Xuan came to the battlefield, Fairy Jasmine immediately reported, Master, everything has been settled according to your instructions. Well done. Su Xuan nodded. Fairy Jasmine fulfilled his order perfectly. Looking around, the White Tiger Beast Mother Legion had all turned into blood, dyeing the battlefield red. Only the opponent's hero is still alive. You, don't be too happy too early. Yin Miao, who was lying in a pool of blood, clenched her silver teeth and said to Su Xuan angrily, Sister will avenge us. You will never defeat Sister. Elder Sister? Su Xuan smiled lightly when he heard the words. Don't worry, your sister will come to accompany you soon. My lord, are you going to kill her? A black flame emerged from Firmia's palm, and she asked Su Xuan. No, how can you kill her? Su Xuan shook his head. Since the other party is a gold lord, he naturally wants to use all the factors he can use. A hero as a hostage definitely has her use value. Lock her up. Obey. The succubus immediately locked up Yin Miao and imprisoned her. Su Xuan then looked at the three silver lords surrounded by flower petals. The moment they saw Su Xuan, they all knelt down, begging for mercy to Su Xuan. Please, don't kill us. We were wrong. Spare my life, 420. I can give you everything. Hearing this, Su Xuan just smiled coldly. I'll kill you, the things are mine too, swish. Su Xuan's voice has not yet fallen. The black blade of fire cut off their heads. The death of the Lord also means the demise of the territory. Their wealth naturally fell into the hands of Su Xuan. Lord metal plus 800, gold plus 10W, stone plus 60W, wood plus 80W. Numerous material information popped up in Su Xuan's field of vision, but most of them are some basic stuff until acquire legendary quality equipment. Angel Feather. Legendary quality equipment. Su Xuan immediately took out the legendary quality equipment, which came from the Silver Lord named Huang Hai. He was puzzled. Why didn't the other party use this legendary quality equipment to leave? Angel's Feather. Legend: the wings of an angel can gain the ability to fly, but it consumes a lot of magic power and may cause angels to chase and kill them. It turned out to be the equipment taken from the angel's body. Su Xuan did understand why the other party didn't wear this piece of equipment. Once you wear the angel feather, it means you will be hunted down by angels. What is an angel that is the first echelon, a unit that can fight the dragon? Huang Hai naturally dare not use it until he dies, lest he be hunted down by the angel lord. Of course, even if Huang Hai wears the angel's feather, he can't escape. But they are afraid. Su Xuan is not afraid. Nice one. Su Xuan immediately put the angel feather in his backpack, which means he has the ability to fly independently. Moreover, it has the same flight ability as Angel. In addition to these loot, Su Xuan also got 2 million magic crystals. These magic crystals are enough to make Su Xuan's succubi go up a level. Come on, succubus. Su Xuan summons all the succubi. It's time for us to enjoy the fruits of victory. The other side. The news of the complete annihilation of the White Tiger Beast Girl group naturally reached the ears of their Lord Lin Mei. Waste. A bunch of waste. Chapter 63. Waste. A bunch of waste. Lin Mei's face was full of anger. How could she have imagined that a mere silver lord would kill all the people she sent? You bastards. Lin Mei kicked a white tiger beast girl next to her, sending her flying a few meters away. Then he went over to mend a few feet, and then vented his anger on his own people. After her anger dissipated, she asked the rest of the trembling white tiger beast mothers, "How is Yinling?" Report. Report to the Lord. The white tiger beast mother trembled in fear after seeing her companion was beaten with blood all over her face. The intermittent voice immediately aroused Lin Mei's anger. Stutter? Talk. She kicked again, turning the person who was kicked by the white tiger beast mother on his back. Sister Yinling is about to capture the territory of the 3 silver lords. It only takes half a day. It's good news. Lin Mei sneered, but her eyes instantly became extremely cold. It's nothing more than a silver lord. Let Yinling get rid of the 3 silver lords, and immediately go and get rid of that guy. Get lost. Obey now. On Su Xuan's territory, Su Xuan is raising ranks for the succubus. 2 million magic power crystals are enough to promote all the succubi to the 2nd level and promote Freemia to the 3rd level. Su Xuan started to operate immediately. A blue halo emerged from the succubus bodies. Next, the succubi in the territory broke through to the 2nd level one after another. Thank you, Lord. The promoted succubi expressed their gratitude to their lords one after another. But compared to the promotion of the level, they prefer rewards on the other hand. For example, every night, their masters will treat each succubus equally and give life and magic power to each succubus. At the same time, Xian promoted the levels of Delisa, Elam, Evna, and Efni to tier 2 stars. Then, it was what you and Freemia needed to advance to the 3rd rank. Advanced materials for heroes are too expensive. To be promoted from Tier 1 to Tier 2 requires 0.8310W magic power crystals, and from Tier 2 to Tier 3 requires a high amount of 50W magic power crystals. In other words, half of the 2 million magic power crystals obtained will be consumed in the level promotion of Freemia and you. I can't afford it anymore. Su Xuan smiled wryly and shook his head. He suddenly felt that the plant lord is also very good. At least he doesn't have to worry about magic power crystallization. Bring it on. Su Xuan waved to you and Freemia and let them come to him. Freemia and you, one on the left and one on the right, came in front of 2A. Su Xuan stretched out his hand and placed it gently on them. Freemia has a good parking lot, and you is a bit poor, but fortunately, it is not like Elam. Not even a place to put it. Su Xuan's palm flickered with blue light. Don't ask why you have to pass it face to face. It seems ceremonial. When the azure light enveloped Freemia and Yu's whole bodies, they groaned softly. Next, terrible power emerges from their bodies. Magic Crystal, 50W. Your hero Freemia has been upgraded to Tier 3 1-star, plus 1,000. Your hero, Freemia, has a new insight and acquired a new skill, Death Flame. Death Flame, pseudo-forbidden magic for single magic. The power is endless. Su Xuan saw that Freemia had acquired a pseudo-forbidden magic again. A smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. Freemia now has 3 pseudo-forbidden spells in her body. I am afraid that her combat power is enough to fight against a 4th-tier high-star hero. Maybe even a 5th-level hero can fight. Except, happy things always follow. Magic Crystal, 50W. Your hero Yu has been upgraded to Tier 3 and 1-star. All attributes plus 500. Mana value, E, plus 2,500. Your hero Yu has a new understanding and acquired new skills. Dark Knight Universe. Dark Universe. Forbidden magic, powerful large-scale magic. Inhale up to 1 million enemies into the Dark Universe. Fall into endless darkness and fight. Forbidden magic. Su Xuan was startled when he saw Yu Xian's comprehended skills. What is forbidden magic? That is enough magic to destroy a country. Forbidden magic comes out. Millions of lives will be lost here. Yu's Dark Knight Universe is just like that. Moreover, it is still a control type of magic. Even for high-level heroes, it is difficult to escape the imprisonment of the Dark Knight Universe. Unless the opponent's mana value is higher than Ming. But Yu's initial magic power is 10,000. and the magic power increases by 3,000 for each level. Now that it has been promoted to the 3rd level, the magic power has reached 16,000 magic power. The magical power of this value, I am afraid that only heroes above the 6th level can match it. But you must know that Freemia of the same class only has 4,000 magic points. It's just that Yu's other attributes are a bit low, and the attribute points will only be increased when she is promoted to a higher level. But this is also calculated compared to Freemia. If it was another hero, it might not be so embarrassing. Why is this guy's hero only tier 3, and his combat power is so terrifying? Yelinkai witnessed all this. A pair of beautiful eyes stared at Su Xuan intently, unable to understand why Su Xuan's hero is so powerful. Certainly, her shock is normal. After all, she is only a subordinate lord and cannot enjoy all the bonuses in Su Xuan's territory. Therefore, she didn't get any of the buffs that the people in the territory ate, and could only be a hard-working gardener, watching the carnival of the others. Thank you, Lord. Freemia and Yu expressed their gratitude to their great lord with one voice. Okay, I've decided. Su Xuan suddenly made a decision against the world. Later, all the succubi come to Meow Meow house. Tonight, completely crazy. My lord, long live. When the succubi heard the lord's decision, they reveled instantly. There is only one exception. Yelinkai, Her little head was full of question marks. 500 succubus. A Su Xuan? Phew. Yelinkai felt dizzy in her head, and always felt that the trajectory of the world had left her far away. She may not be suitable for being a human anymore, at least compared to Su Xuan. I saw that Su Xuan led 500 succubi into the Meow Meow house in a mighty way, and the special space magic is enough to accommodate them. Yeah, Bailon, who didn't know it, also waved her spider legs to enter Meow Meow's room, but was thrown out by Baiyu. Not for you. Oh, damn it. Baiyu rolled on the ground angrily. I want to go to the rave too. Me. I don't want to be a spider. I want to be a human. Oh, unfortunately, she can only think about it. He watched helplessly as everyone in the territory entered the Meow Meow house, and even Fairy Jasmine followed closely behind. Only Baiyu and Yelinkai. In the end, only Yelinkai and Bailan's injured world was born. The next day, when Su Xuan woke up from sleep, he felt himself losing control of his body. Not to mention the weakness of the limbs. Even the head is a little dizzy. Sure enough, last night's decision was too crazy. 100 times the time deceleration, plus 500 succubi, a flower fairy, a white jade spider. His Su Xuan's scalp was a little numb. How did he come up with such an unnatural decision? You're just kidding with your own life. Master, you are awake. Elam held Su Xuan's arm tightly. She was still immersed in the shock of the magic of life. Sudden. Su Xuan found that the succubus mark was shining brightly on Elam's belly. He was amazed to observe. Elam's first layer of succubus mark seems to be opened. Elam. Su Xuan hugged Elam and asked, Your mark has been activated? Yeah. Elam blushed and nodded and replied, With the help of the master, we have successfully opened the 10th Kong seal of the succubus mark. Our strength has been greatly improved. Real. Su Xuan was overjoyed. Your hard work has finally paid off. And not only Elam, a succubus, opened the mark. Su Xuan looked around and found that the first batch of recruited succubus had all activated the succubus mark. The same goes for Delissa, Freemia, and the others. You and the others were a little bit worse. But it doesn't matter. Su Xuan stretched out his hand and gently touched Elam's lower abdomen. A message pops up instantly. Succubus mark. First floor, all attributes plus 1,000. All attributes plus 1,000. Su Xuan took a strong breath of Elam's deodorant. However, you must know that ordinary succubi will only add 5 attribute points to upgrade to a level. Isn't this 1,000-point attribute a 200-level attribute? Even if it is an elite quality, it is an attribute that can be upgraded at level 33. That is to say, Su Xuan's succubus army is strong enough to fight against the elite army of the 3rd rank or above. Ordinary legions swept even more, even if they are only 2nd class. Then Su Xuan couldn't imagine how terrifying his succubus army would be after all 3 layers of succubus marks were unsealed. Really, powerful units are sometimes more important than everything in the endless world. Just when Su Xuan was immersed in joy, Yi Lingkai rushed into the succubus Meow Meow house. Su Xuan, Lord. Yi Lingkai shouted to Su Xuan in a panic. But after seeing the scene where the room was full of holy light, her cheeks were instantly blush. What's wrong? Su Xuan asked Yi Lingkai. Me? My brother and sister's territory. Destroyed. Yi Lingkai panicked and told Su Xuan the news she had received. Yi Lan's territory was the first to be attacked, and Yi Fan and Yi Chun immediately gathered up their troops and went to support them, but they were defeated. By the time they realized that the enemy's strength was far superior to the combination of the three, it was already too late. In just an instant, the army of the three was wiped out. Fortunately, the three brothers and sisters rely on the portal in Yi Lan's territory to escape from the endless world safely. Su Xian's complexion sank, and he walked to Yi Lingcai's side, stroked Yi Lingcai's head, and comforted him. Don't cry. We will report to them. Yi Lingcai rubbed her red eyes from crying and added, Can you put on your pants first? It looks scary. Ahem. Su Xian coughed in embarrassment. And at this moment, Freemia, who was originally asleep, woke up in an instant. She reminded Su Xian, My lord, they are here. Su Xian stared. Bingyu said, Then let them stay here forever. Duh. Chapter 64. Oh ho 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 ho. Lin Mei was sitting on a sedan chair supported by 4 white tiger beast mothers. Around her, thousands of white tiger beast mothers are marching towards Su Xian's territory in an orderly manner. After finishing off the 3 Yifan brothers and sisters, Lin Mei immediately led her army of white tiger beast mothers to attack the entire army of Su Xian's territory. She wants to see the destruction of Su Xian's territory with her own eyes. A mere silver lord is challenging my status. Just right. Lin Mei smiled sharply. Be the food for me to become a platinum lord. Yinling. Lin Mei glanced coldly at the white tiger beast mother who took the lead in the front. I know what you should do. Killing is your only mission. Do you understand? Yinling didn't look back, but just responded coldly. To this, Lin Mei smiled coldly. Yinling is her trump card. Legendary quality level 5 2-star white tiger beast mother is her most powerful hero. It's just not easy to control. It takes some threats, and the regiment will become obedient. But who made himself her lord? No matter how stubborn Yinling is, you have to obediently serve her. Oh, start fighting? The middle-aged man drove the giant eagle to the sky above Su Xian's territory again. How could he miss such a large-scale war? In addition, he also invited several friends to come and watch. Brother Su, why did you call us here? Just to watch a gold lord attack a silver lord. A girl with long yellow hair asked the middle-aged man. That's too boring. Yes. What's the point of the gold lord attacking the silver lord? Isn't it a unilateral crush? Another man with short black hair said in agreement. Ling Yun, Su Lian. Don't ask so many questions. Just watch the battle obediently. The middle-aged man didn't explain too much. Just let them watch the battle obediently. Okay, then I'll take a look. What's so wonderful about it? Su Lian rolled her eyes at the middle-aged man, and then turned her attention to the battlefield. When her attention fell on the white tiger beast mother at the forefront of the army, she couldn't help exclaiming, This hero is not bad. Even the Platinum Lord will be tempted. It's good, but that's it. The race is too weak. I'd rather be a phoenix tail than a chicken head. Ling Yun added from the side. That is enough to sweep away the existence below gold. That silver lord is very blue. Su Lian smiled and shrugged her shoulders, as if she had already confirmed the outcome of this war. There are quite a lot of people. Su Xian had arrived at the city wall at this moment. He looked into the distance. Thousands of white tiger beast mothers were marching towards his territory. The formation was rather mighty. Can it be dealt with? My lord, Yi Lingcai asked Su Xian worriedly. Can it be dealt with? Of course. Su Xian smiled lightly. Succubus. Su Xian gave an order, and 500 succubi responded together. Send them to hell. Obey. 500 succubi spread their demon wings one after another. Under the leadership of Freemia, they flew into the air in a uniform order. The moment when 500 succubi take off into the sky at the same time. The spectacular scene instantly attracted the attention of everyone present. This Silver Lord's unit is a succubus? It's really uncommon. Ling Yun exclaimed in disbelief. Succubus? Isn't that his job? Very good. Su Yin said jokingly. Your mind is dangerous. Don't worry, there are only so few people. The Silver Lord is trash. Lin Mei smiled contemptuously. She naturally also noticed the succubi in the sky. But, compared with the 500 succubi and her more than 4,000 white tiger beast mothers, the suppression of the number made her full of confidence. And each of her white tiger beast mothers is above the second rank, and she also has an advantage in rank. Yinling. Lin Mei immediately ordered to Yinling. There are only 500 people on the other side, so you can lead 500 people into battle. Yinling nodded, and then brought 500 white tiger beast mothers to the frontline battlefield. Soon, 2 armies of 500 men converged on the front battlefield. Su Xuan on the city wall focused on the white tiger beast mother in the front. Fifth order. Su Xian's gaze fixed, and sure enough, the Gold Lord is still powerful. But well, now, Freemia has successfully promoted to Tier 3, plus the bonus of the territory, even if it is an enemy of Tier 5. You can also fight. And there is still the big killer move of you in the territory. Everything. It's all under control. You. Su Xian turned around and whispered in Yu's ear. Uh-huh. After hearing Su Xian's order, Yu nodded and replied, Leave it to me, master. After speaking, Ming spread his wings and flew up into the sky. After giving all orders, Su Xian turned his head to look at the battlefield. A huge defense battle begins here. The screen comes to the frontal battlefield. The two sides formed a confrontational situation. Freemia turned into the body of the magic flame, burning black flames all over her body. The dark red eyes are shining, staring coldly at the white tiger beast mother on the opposite side. Yinling, follow the Lord's order. Freemia whispered indifferently. Send you to hell. Who? Yinling let out a long sigh of relief. Her toned body shimmers with a white gleam, and the sharp claws on her fingertips condense a trace of magic power. Whispered, each of us is master. Finished. The battle starts instantly. Yinling strikes fast. The body turned into a ray of white light, attacking Freemia. The speed was so fast that even Freemia couldn't react. But as a forbidden hero, Freemia naturally has superb combat experience. The body of magic flame burst out instantly. The pitch-black flame turned into a barrier, blocking attacks from all directions. Of course, Yinling was at the moment when Freemia condensed the flames. Teleported to behind her, the back of Freya, who radiated fluorescent light and condensed magic power, struck. Succeed. The corners of Yinling's mouth raised a smile, and the 2 canine teeth shone coldly. However, just when she thought she had it, the pitch-black flame turned into a sharp blade at this instant, directly hitting Yinling's vitals. Oops! Yinling knew that her attack would not be able to seriously injure Freemia, and she might be injured. Her figure disappeared in an instant. Distance yourself from Freemia again. So strong. Yinling was shocked. She was sure that the succubus in front of her was only at the 3rd level. But her fighting power must not be underestimated. Even vaguely able to stand shoulder to shoulder with her. It's just a slightly more powerful ants. Freemia made an ice cry, spread the wings of the devil, and chase Yinling away. The strongest fighting forces of both sides are launching the fiercest confrontation at this moment. The aftermath of the magic power caused by the collision of the 2 swayed away like ocean waves. This scene shocked the 3 people in the sky. A Tier 3 hero. When can I fight a Tier 5 hero? Ling Yan looked at Su Lian in disbelief. But seeing Su Lian was also shocked. They couldn't imagine that a Tier 3 hero could fight against a Tier 5 hero, even, still weakly in the upper hand. Even though that succubus is of taboo quality, but that white tiger beast mother is also of legendary quality. They didn't understand, how did that succubus do it? The only possibility is the bonus of the Lord's talent. Let her have a combat power far more terrifying than her own quality. I said that. The middle-aged man secretly smiled and said, Just let you watch the battle. How can the person I like be weak? These words made Ling Yun and Su Lian swallow a mouthful of saliva in surprise, and then continued to quietly appreciate this special battle. What? It's just an even match. Lin Mei immediately frowned when she saw that Yinling was evenly matched with the enemy heroes. She teleported to Yinling. Hurry up and get rid of her. Use the power of your ancestor. No. After Yinling received the order, she immediately distanced herself from Freemia. Freemia wants to pursue, but Yinling suddenly let out a roar. The terrifying magic power keeps Freemia temporarily unable to get close. At the same time, Yinling's skin was stained with streaks of blood. Zero. Ask for flowers. Her strength has increased exponentially at this moment. The power of the ancestor? This white tiger beast mother actually has the power of the ancestor. The well-informed Ling Yun exclaimed in disbelief. The power of the ancestors is a special power that seals the soul of the ancestors. This is a kind of primitive power from the blood, enough to make the hero get a double increase. This succubus is difficult. The power of the ancestors is not so easy to deal with. Su Lian shook her head and said, "Who?" The middle-aged man sneered and continued watching the play. "Come again." Yinling, who released the power of the ancestor, roared. Charged towards Freemia again. Her speed is far faster than before. The power of the ancestors? Seeing this, Su Xuan frowned slightly. He didn't expect the other party to carry the ancestor Shiji. This white tiger beast mother is a bit difficult to deal with. Oh right. Su Xuan suddenly remembered one thing. He still has a legendary holy sword on his body, just for Freemia to use. Equipment. With a thought on his mind, Su Xuan equipped Freemia with the holy sword that Su Fian gave him. Freemia, who was originally forced to deal with Yinling, suddenly had a legendary holy sword in her hand. I'm so happy. This is the Lord's favor to her. Come here. Freemia smiled evilly. Next second, the holy sword was wrapped in pitch-black flames and turned into a flaming holy sword. Zero. Fight again. Freemia and Yinling fight together again. The strength of the two is equal, and I don't know when the winner will be determined. Even if you release the power of the ancestor, you can't take down the opponent immediately. Yinling, you really let me down. Lin Mei frowned. Her face was extremely gloomy. Go. You all go. Sweep them. I want an absolute victory. Lin Mei immediately gave an order to the remaining 5 heroes. Obey. The remaining 5 heroes followed the Lord's order and brought 2,000 white tiger beast mothers to support Yinling. Only more than 1,000 people are left to guard their lords in the rear. Stop her them. When Delissa and the others saw this, they immediately led the succubus army to fight back. One time, thousands of white tiger beast mothers are engaged in a fierce war with the succubus. But succubus don't worry about death. With the scarlet imprint, they can be said to have an extra life. Coupled with the increase in territory, every succubus can fight 5 against 1, even if the number of opponents is several times greater than theirs. And have no fear. At the same time, Yu's forbidden magic is also finished singing at this moment. Her target is naturally the enemy lord in the distance. For the lord, Night Universe, finished. Raise your hands and let them fall. Next second, a black hole of nothingness emerged from where Lin Mei was. Frantically pull the enemy and suck them into the black hole. What is this? See Lin Mei. Instant panic. Quick, protect me and escape. Lin Mei immediately ordered the white tiger beast mother beside her to take her away. But now that the Dark Knight universe has started, how did they escape? Buzz buzz. The ear-piercing sound exploded. Thousands of people were instantly engulfed by the black hole. This horrible scene. The 3 people in the sky were shocked. He looked at Ming in the distance with a terrified expression. None of them reacted. 10 succubi came to the sky without a sound. As well as, the 3 looked at each other. The eyes are full of unbelievable amazement. What kind of magic was that just now? Looks like forbidden magic? Forbidden magic? Isn't it only possible for heroes above the 7th level to learn it? A 3rd order succubus. Why? Lord, the sudden change suddenly made Yinling and the others feel cold. Their lord, swallowed by a black hole in the rear. And while Yinling was distracted, Freemia has found the moment to kill. Dare to be distracted during the battle? Die. Chapter 65. Die. The holy sword was wrapped in pitch-black flames and stabbed at Yinling's vital point. The brief distraction prevented Yinling from dodging the sword in time. I have to do my best to resist forcefully with the strength of my body. Puff. Freemia's sword. A precise hit on Yinling's right shoulder. Although the distance from the heart is still a few centimeters away, the violent flames have already eroded Yinling's body. Death flame. Forbidden magic. Start now. Next second. Boom. The pitch-black flame instantly engulfed Yinling's body completely. The terrifying magic power was ignited in an instant, continuously destroying every cell of Yinling. Oh! Yinling's screams resounded on the battlefield. It turned into bursts of sound waves and swayed, sweeping the audience. Everyone was so shocked that they covered their ears at this moment, suffering from the torment of the sound waves. Sister. All the White Tiger Beast girls looked at Yinling in disbelief, their proud eldest sister, the legendary White Tiger Beast girl. But today, frustrated. She obviously has the most powerful fighting talent in the entire White Tiger Beast Mother clan. It's a pity that their master is a tyrannical waste who is useless to his people. Boom. The moment when the fire burns out. Yinling's body collapsed in a pool of blood. Even if he is not dead, he has lost his ability to fight. At this time, Su Xuan's voice spread throughout the battlefield at this moment. Your Lord 367 and the general have fallen. Why don't you surrender quickly? The loud voice echoed on the battlefield. The remaining 2,000 or 3,000 White Tiger Beast mothers hesitated for a moment, then knelt down and surrendered. In their eyes, the Lord was sucked into a black hole, and the General Yinling was defeated by the enemy. Even if they still have the power to fight, so what? Who should they fight for? Crowds of White Tiger Beast mothers knelt down one after another, choosing to surrender. Seeing this scene, Su Xuan raised the corners of his mouth slightly. As long as they are willing to surrender, everything will be easy to handle. Come down with me. It's all over. Su Xuan patted the head of Yi Lingkai beside him, motioning for her to go with him. Win you win. Yi Lingkai was still immersed in the tense battle. Just now, her big eyeballs have been resting on Freemia and all the succubus. Although she was forced to be a subsidiary by Su Xuan. But after a period of contact, he has long been willing to work for Su Xuan. So, her mood is exactly the same as Su Xuan, looking forward to the victory of the succubus in this war. And the disappearance of every succubus made her heart ache. Tears often filled the corners of her eyes, and she didn't stop crying until Su Xuan told her that the succubi would be resurrected in the territory. The originally sad gaze instantly turned into incredible shock. Resurrection? Real? It is true. Is this the end? The 3 people in the sky have not recovered from the battle just now. Men who can cast forbidden magic. Freemia who defeated the 5th-tier enemy with the 3rd-tier rank. And all the succubus with 1 against 5. They were dumbfounded watching this battle. What's the situation? Are succubus units that powerful? How could such a feat be accomplished? Besides, what's up with this succubus lord? 2 legendary quality succubi. 2 forbidden quality succubi? What kind of luck is this? The key is. He is the Silver Lord. Grunt. The 3 swallowed a mouthful of saliva in disbelief. Their eyes looked like they were looking at a monster. Isn't this Silver Lord too simple? Shouldn't he be recruiting heroes with brilliant gold throughout the process? Otherwise, impossible, so European. I'll just say it. This war is very interesting. The middle-aged man said to the 2 with a smile. So what do we do with this new guy? Ling Yun asked the 2 seriously. If Su Xuan is allowed to grow, his achievements will be terrifying to the point of shocking the world. I have not decided yet. The middle-aged man smiled, his eyes fixed on Su Xuan's figure. Then you have to think about it. Su Lian said with a smile. Such a good seedling. Maybe one day he can represent the province. No, he can fight on behalf of the Dragon Kingdom. As the headhunter of the province, even if you can't get him included in the establishment, you must keep this talent. At least you can't let him defect to the enemy. Su Lian's words made the middle-aged man think for a moment. His name is Su Feng, a headhunter in High Province, which means civil servant on Blue Star. Serve the country, and fight today. Convince him of the importance of Su Xuan. Such a good seedling. Even if you can't be friends, you can't be enemies. After a while, Su Feng said slowly, I know what to do. Now that the war is over, you can go back. Go back? That won't work. I want to make friends with him. Su Lianshuan's heart sprouted, and she wanted to make friends with Su Xuan, who is the succubus lord. In case she can have S*X with the other party a few times in the future. That was definitely an experience like never before. After all, that's a succubus lord. You better pay attention to your identity. Ling Yun glared at Su Lian, unable to understand why this woman wanted S*X every day. Why? The family won't let me break my body. Isn't it okay to think about it? Su Lian rolled her eyes at Ling Yun and was very angry. Ling Yun had no choice but to keep silent. He was not qualified to teach Su Lian a lesson. Miss Su has the final say. And the other side. Su Xuan has already arrived in front of Yinling, the white tiger beast mother. Yinling's fifth-level body was burned into coke by Freemia's flames. Unable to move, it fell to the ground and could only let Su Xuan play with it. Regarding this group of white tiger beast mothers, Su Xuan has been thinking about how to deal with them. Kill them all? That seemed like too much waste. However, there is absolutely no way for him to let that fat woman become his subordinate lord. That disgusting face makes him want to vomit even if he looks at it. In other words, Lin Mei is sure to die. After the death of the lord, their town hall will disappear, which means that Su Xuan can no longer recruit new white tiger beast mothers. And this group of white tiger beast mothers can't become the relationship between the lord and the subjects with themselves. They are like an army of monsters, becoming a thing without a master. Can only become the master and servant of the contract. It's like White Orchid and White Jade. Of course, monsters can also enjoy the bonus of the territory, as well as promote their level. The only shortcoming is the problem of combat power. It is better to upgrade the succubus directly than to upgrade them. Therefore, their positioning will not be combat arms, but logistics. Surrender? Or die? Su Xuan asked Yinling. He could tell that Yinling was the leader of all the white tiger beast mothers. When she fell down, all the white tiger beast mothers looked at her. Let my people go. I will work for you. Yinling's weak but firm voice reached Su Xuan's ears. She wanted to exchange her own life for the lives of other clansmen, so that they could get rid of the fate of being slaves. She is worth the price. Regarding this, Su Xuan just smiled coldly and asked Yinling, "Do you think they can live safely without the Lord? This is an endless world. Killing and death are commonplace. Without the Lord to give them power, the ending is only to fall down in the constant battle and finally become the food in the belly of the monster." Yinling fixed her eyes when she heard Su Xuan's words. She hesitated in her heart, but she was also afraid of Su Xuan's behavior. Bad memories came to Yinling's mind. It was the memory of her previous lord torturing other white tiger beast mothers. As citizens, they cannot resist, cannot escape, and cannot decide what they can do. I can only bear it humbly and cry. Su Xuan also understood Yinling's thoughts. He finally said, "Surrender to me, and I will guarantee that you can have the power that you should have as a life. First of all, let me declare that I am not a pervert. As well as, if you want to refuse, then I'm sorry, I will not allow a legion of thousands of people to wander around my territory. The only thing waiting for you is death." As soon as these words came out, it was like a thorn pierced into Yinling's heart. She knew in her heart that she had no choice from the very beginning. After struggling, he humbly said to Su Xuan, "From now on, you are my master." Smart choice. Su Xuan smiled lightly and signed the contract. This is a mandatory contract, and Yinling, as the defeated general, can only accept it passively. At the same time, the rest of the white tiger beast mothers also signed contracts one after another to work for Su Xuan. Oh right. Su Xuan suddenly remembered. There is still a white tiger beast mother in his prison. He immediately asked the succubi to bring Yi Miao out. Yi Miao, who knew nothing, was brought to the battlefield. When she saw the scene of the fiasco, her eyes suddenly lost their light. Yi Miao couldn't believe it. The elder sister Yinling, who was invincible in her eyes. "I lost." Now, Su Xuan smiled and said to Yi Miao, "I am your master now, do you understand?" His words resounded in Yi Miao's heart like thunder. Finally, just like other white tiger beast mothers, call Su Xuan master. And after all this is done, the unbelievable thing for the white tiger girls has just begun. "You." Su Xuan called out to you. "Yes, master." Yu Fei went to Su Xuan's side and listened to Su's instructions. "Let them out." "That's right. Lin Mei and the others are not dead yet." Yu's Dark Knight universe not only has killing and darkness, but also has the function of imprisonment. Lin Mei and the 1,000 white tiger beast mothers were just taken into the minister of the Dark Knight universe. "Obey." You nodded and released everyone in the Dark Knight universe. The moment when Lin Mei and 1,000 white tiger beast mothers reappeared on the battlefield, Yinling and the others were stunned for an instant. Their lord, not dead, and the moment Lin Mei was released. Her expression was one of panic at first, then turned into anger. B******************************** D. How dare you let me stay in the dark space for so long? I want your life to be worse than death. Lin Mei roared angrily. Yinling, what are you doing? Kill him quickly. 1.4 The sky-shattering roar resounded on the battlefield. However, Lin Mei gave the order, but no one responded. Only the 1,000 white tiger beast mothers who were sucked into the Dark Knight universe with her wanted to act, but they were at a loss. They don't understand why the Legion in front will live in peace with each other. You, Yinling, can't you hear me? Kill them quickly. I, as the Lord, let you kill them all. Lin Mei yelled at Yinling angrily, but it still didn't help, which made her suddenly stunned. When did what she said as a lord no longer work? But just when Lin Mei was puzzled, Su Xuan's voice sounded at this moment. Kill her. Finished. Yinling's broken body moved instantly, so fast, like a bolt of lightning. In the blink of an eye, he came to Lin Mei. This scene stunned the 1,000 white tiger beast mothers. They wanted to protect their lord, but the enemy is their general? You? What are you doing? Lin Mei roared in panic. She never dreamed that Yinling would obey the enemy's orders. Go to hell. Yinling didn't say much. A cold light flashed in her eyes. Next second, claws down, tear Lin Mei into pieces. The same time Lin Mei died, a prompt popped up in Su Xuan's field of vision. Kill the Gold Lord. Lord Merit plus 2,000. Chapter 66. Defeat the Gold Lord. Lord Metal plus 2,000. Magic Crystal plus 600W. Gold plus 15W. Stone plus 120W. Wood plus 150W. Refined Iron plus 2W. A series of messages popped up in Su Xuan's vision. The amazing harvest made Su Xuan's heart happy. The resources obtained by defeating one Gold Lord are simply more abundant than the resources obtained by defeating 5 Silver Lords. Besides, there are also a bunch of weird gadgets collected by Lin Mei. 6 pieces of elite quality equipment, 2 pieces of epic quality equipment. Su Xuan's attention was suddenly attracted by a red pill. The bloodthirsty aura faintly exuded from this pill made him very curious. Big pill? Su Xuan immediately unfolded the information of the pill. Give your heart. Legend temporarily increase your strength by 300%, but you will suffer fatal injuries after taking it. Legendary quality consumables. Su Xuan was thinking, this thing may have unexpected miraculous effects in the future. Su Xuan checked the resources again. The captured resources are enough for all the succubi in his territory to wear sophisticated defenses. The harvest of this war made Su Xuan very satisfied. Just as Su Xuan commanded the succubus and the white tiger beast girls to clean up the battlefield, the 3 of Su Feng fell from the sky and landed in front of Su Xuan. The sudden stranger made Freemia and the others immediately alert. Relax. We are not enemies. Su Feng quickly waved his hands and smiled. Su Xuan looked at the other party. He had already noticed the other party. Before the war started, Uncle Riding Bird appeared in the sky. Forget it this time. Why did you bring 2 friends? Meet you again. Friends. Su Feng smiled slightly and said, every time you come, is it really just to watch a show? Su Xuan questioned the other party. He can be sure that the other 3 are all Gold Lords, and the strength of the 3 of them far exceeds that of Lin Mei. I'm afraid it's only 1 step away from the Platinum Lord. Ha. Of course not. Su Feng said with a smile. Let me introduce myself. My name is Su Feng, and I am a headhunter in High Province. When Su Xuan heard the word headhunting, he knew the identity of the other party. What about them? Su Xuan looked at the other 2. My name is Su Lian. You should have heard of the Su family, right? Su Lian asked Su Xuan confidently. Never heard of that. Su Lian was taken aback and explained helplessly. Our Su family is one of the top 10 big families in High Province, with rich financial resources. There are several Platinum Lords sitting in the town. Do you know what I mean? Su Xuan nodded indifferently. Su's family should be in the same family situation as Qi Qingxue, or a little more powerful. To put it bluntly, the background is very strong. We came here for no purpose. Su Feng added to Su Xuan. Is it just for the sake of familiarity? Why don't you announce your name? Su Xuan. Su Xuan. Hearing this name, Su Feng suddenly frowned. What? You know him? Su Lien asked suspiciously. Well, after all, Yinhai City is also a part of our high province. I still know some things there. I heard that 2 genius lords were born in the #1 middle school of Yinhai City. I didn't expect to meet them. Su Feng nodded. Isn't that just right? They are all from our high province, so why not recruit them directly? Su Lien said with a smile. That may be impossible. I heard that the 2 geniuses were recruited into the Hongqin Guild by Su Fian. They are considered powerful lords. Su Feng explained. Su Fian again? When Su Lien heard the name Su Fian, she gritted her teeth angrily. Seeing this, Su Xian guessed that there was some gap between her and Su Fian. Actually, it doesn't matter. At least Su Feizui also belongs to our Dragon Kingdom's guild, and the strength is not enough. Su Feng didn't care too much and said with a smile, Little friend Su Xian, if you need any help in the future, you can contact me. We are all from High Province, and I will do my best to help. After finishing speaking, Su Feng handed over a business card made of pure gold. Su Xian glanced at it, then stuffed Su Feng's business card into his pocket. It's really unlucky to be preempted by Su Fian. Su Lien is still complaining about Su Xian's joining the Hongqin Guild. You know each other? Su Xian asked Su Lien. That's not true. She is a collateral child of our Su family. Su Lien explained. According to her seniority, I should call her aunt, but she always goes against the family again, and most of the high-quality talents have been lost to her over the years. Hongqin Guild, Su Fian is really a vampire. So it is. Su Xian nodded thoughtfully. It is true that Su Fian has always attached great importance to talents. He even found himself and Qi Qingxue in the first place. No wonder her Hongqin Guild can grow up. Su Fian's current achievements are due to her own strength. Even your Su family can't refute her success. Su Feng added, then turned his gaze to Su Xian and continued. By the way, recently it is rumored that world-class monsters will be born in our region. If you want to earn magic power crystals, you can choose to join the battle. A world-class monster. Su Xian's gaze fixed upon hearing Su Feng's prompt. The so-called world-class monsters are monsters that require dozens of lords to attack together. It will provide a high amount of magic power crystals. It is similar to the world boss in the game, with rich rewards and low danger. Of course, the so-called danger is based on the premise that dozens of lords participated in the battle together. It must be very safe if there is a boss with you. Generally speaking, participating in a world-class monster can at least get millions of magic power crystals. If the strength of the territory is strong, thousands of magic power crystals are not a problem. This is absolutely essential for Su Xian, who lacks magic power crystals. Thanks for reminding. Small matter. Chairman Su and I are also friends. Su Feng smiled and waved his hands, and then said, The time is almost up. We should go back. My friend, I hope we can meet each other on the battlefield in the future, of course. As friends craftsmen. Su Xian gave an indifferent What's your lord serial number? Add me as a friend. Before leaving, Chun Lian specially invited Su Xian's friend. Su Xian didn't refuse either. After all, having multiple friends is not a bad thing. Let's keep in touch when we have time. After speaking, Su Lian left with Su Feng and the others. Regarding this, Su Xian smiled helplessly. It seems that after becoming a succubus lord, he was born to attract the opposite S*X. Then, he turned his attention to the battlefield. The battlefield has been cleaned up, and a battle can be regarded as over. Next, all you have to do is organize resources and upgrade your territory. Raise the combat power of the territory to another level, and meet the world-class monsters that are about to be born. After conquering the Gold Lord, the harvested 600 W magic power crystallization can allow the succubi to be promoted to a higher level. Of course, before that, the place where the White Tiger Beast girls live must be built. 4,000 White Tiger Beast mothers. This is not a small number. Some are busy. While Su Xian was busy building her territory, Yi Lingkai broke the news of her victory to her older siblings. Big brother, second brother, third sister. We have avenged you. Yi Fan, really? Yi Chun, you defeated the Gold Lord? Yi Lan, it's amazing. As expected of Xiao Lingkai. No, it's all due to Su Xian. Yilinkai hurriedly explained. Yilan, what a scary guy. He was a bronze lord a few days ago, but now he can defeat the gold lord. Yichun, maybe this is the so-called talent. We are not suitable for the endless world, so we were eliminated. Hey, Yi Fan, asterisk, don't sigh. Don't we still have a little sister in the endless world? I believe that my little sister has a bright future. Yilan, that's right. Linkai, hug his thigh. Hold on tight. The giant ship of the new era is taking you to set sail. Yilinkai, yeah, I got it. I will hold it tight. I will take your share of growing up in the endless world and fulfilling our wishes. After Yilinkai reported the good news to her brothers and sisters, tears of joy flowed from the corners of her eyes. She has already boarded the giant ship of the new era. Just sit tight. You can ride through the storm. In the blink of an eye, half a month has passed. In the past half a month, Su Xuan created the armor of the Emperor's body for the succubi, and at the same time raised the level. It can only be said that the 600W magic power crystal is consumed too fast. After Freemio was promoted to the 3rd Order 7-star, Delisa and the others to the 3rd Order 1-star, and all the succubi were promoted to 3-star, Su Xuan's magic power crystal was exhausted. When Su Xuan saw that 200W magic power crystallization was needed to advance from the 3rd level to the 4th level, he knew it in his heart. World-class monsters must go by themselves. In addition, Su Xuan also got the time when the world-class monster was born, just 10 days later. Coincidentally, it takes less than 5 days for the pushed mythical quality heroes to be recruited. This made Su Xuan look forward to it. Even the taboo quality succubus is so powerful, but the mythical quality, while Su Xuan is basking in the perfect development of his territory. Yinling knocked lightly on his door. Owner, come in. Su Xuan signaled Yinling to enter the room. Now, the White Tiger Beast Mother, Demo Zhao, Legion is serving Su Xuan as the logistics of the territory. For example, mine or collect resources and occasionally be responsible for cleaning monsters. With the Scarlet Imprint refreshed every day, they don't need to worry about the threat of death. After Yinling entered the room, she reported to Su Xuan that Yin Miao and the others vaguely saw a huge blue figure in the lake to the east. While speaking, Yinling came over and skillfully knelt down in front of Su Xuan. In the half a month since she joined Su Xuan's territory, she also understood Su Xuan's personality. He is indeed an excellent lord, and he is not as tyrannical as the previous lord. But Su Xuan has a very strange hobby. That is, she likes to play with her animal ears and furry tail. Every time she reported the situation, Yinling had to squat down and let Su Xuan play with the animal ears. Regarding this matter, Su Xuan has something to say. Yinling, as a beast-ear mother, is more than 1.9 meters tall. How much trouble would it be to touch her animal ears while standing? Squat down and it's just right. Su Xuan stretched out his big hand and gently rubbed Yinling's silver-white animal ears and asked, the huge blue figure? Have you figured out what it is? Well, this. Yinling's face is red. Her animal ears are like weak points. As long as Su Xuan gently touches her, she will show a shy and embarrassed expression. I don't know yet, but when we were patrolling the territory, we picked up a piece of blue scale. Judging from its size, it is probably a giant dragon. Dragon. Duh. Chapter 67. Dragon. Su Xuan frowned upon hearing this. Is there a giant dragon in your territory? Dragons can be used as arms or as monsters. They are the existences standing at the top of the endless world. Even the newly born giant dragons have the strength to start at the 1st level. When they reach adulthood, they can break through the 7th step with ease. It can be said to be the best in the 1st echelon. And now, in Su Xuan's domain, is there a giant dragon? This made Su Xuan curious, but why didn't he find out before? It stands to reason that the giant dragon's huge body is difficult to hide. Even if it hides in a lake, it should come out of the water from time to time to breathe. Strangeness. While thinking, Su Xuan played with Yinling's furry ears. The sense of comfort makes Yinling, who is a female orc warrior, put on a shy look. Where has she experienced this before? The lord who likes to play with the ears of the beast mother. Hey, even in tough female orcs. I also want to fall under Su Xuan's skillful hands. Su Xuan suddenly noticed that Yinling's tail was wagging from side to side, which was a sign of the happiness of Baihoozing. For half a month, Su Xuan also knew the habits of the white tiger beast mother. In fact, it is just a group of kittens. As long as you touch a special area, you can arouse their coolness. And, like cats, they also have an estrus period, about 1 month later. But what Su Xuan doesn't know is that the white tiger beast mother who has been with him for a long time will speed up the estrus. Just like Yinling. Under Su Xian's touch for half a month, she entered the estrus early. The wildness in the blood is being awakened, and Su Xian's eyes will also become strange. Always want to eat Su Xuan. Where are the scales? I'll go and see. Su Xuan stood up from his seat and asked Yinling 050. I'll take master. Yinling immediately led the way for Su Xuan to the place where the dragon scale was found. As for why they didn't bring it back, so big, when Su Xuan came to the scene, the moment he saw the dragon scale, immediately revealed a look of surprise. The dragon scale is 5 or 6 meters wide and about 20 centimeters thick. As for the weight, Su Xuan thought about it. Even if he was promoted to the Silver Lord, it would be difficult for Su Xuan to move this dragon scale. The weight is probably around 5 or 6 tons. That is to say, this is definitely not an ordinary dragon scale. Inverse scale? How could the dragon's reverse scale be thrown on the shore? Su Xuan carefully looked at the huge scales, full of curiosity. Did it stay just recently? After observing for a long time, Su Xuan murmured, the time for this dragon scale to appear must not be longer than 3 hours. Gurg, gurg, gurg. The strange voice made Su Xuan turn his head immediately. Plop. Sudden. Ripples appeared on the surface of the lake. Obviously, something was watching them from the bottom of the water just now. Su Xuan stared at it for a moment, then asked Yinling and the others to bring Long Linian back to the camp. And just after everyone left, a blue baby dragon emerges from the water. A pair of big, watery eyes gazed at the back of Su Xuan and others leaving in the distance, and tears welled up. My heart. She is the giant dragon that lost its scale. Because her heart scales were stained with the dark curse at the bottom of the lake, the blue dragon could only place the heart scales on the shore to dry in the sun. The result is, it was stolen by someone else. How to do? The blue young dragon was talking to himself in a panic at the bottom of the lake, thinking in his little mind how to get his heart scale back. Her heart scales are the dragon's treasure. A treasure as precious as a merman's pearl. Yes. Sudden, the blue young dragon thought of something and sank to the bottom of the water with a grunt. After Su Xuan transported the dragon scale back to the camp, he placed it in the succubus house. The smooth and hard dragon scales also have a slight slope, which can be used as a prop to lean against the wall. Imagine a succubus leaning on a dragon scale, and cough, cough. Su Xuan emptied his fantasy and said to the white tiger beast girl who was carrying, just put the dumplings, Japan. Okay, master. The white tiger beast girls put the dragon scales in the designated position. But when they entered the succubus Meow Meow house for the first time, they were full of curiosity. Especially Yinling. She looked around suspiciously. It looks like a bedroom inside. A bedroom with endless views. Even if it can accommodate thousands of people, it is not scary. Yinling was very curious about this. What exactly is this facility? I keep seeing Su Xuan and the succubus. However, dozens of succubi would enter at once, so it shouldn't be that kind of place, right? After all, their master is only a human being. How can weak human beings fight against dozens of succubi? A succubus is enough to drain the vitality of a human man, not to mention dozens of succubus. B. It seems that their master is far beyond her imagination. You go out first. Su Xuan signaled the white tiger beast girls to leave succubus Meow Meow house first. As you order, master. The white tiger beast ladies left one after another. Only Yinling was an accident. As the estrus is approaching, she is full of curiosity about the magical succubus Meow Meow house. Master, what is this? Just when the white tiger girls were about to leave, Elam and Delisa quietly followed in. Because Su Xuan entered the succubus Meow Meow house, it means it's time to feed them. Dragon scale. Su Xuan explained to the two women. Dragon scale. Delisa ran to the dragon scale curiously. Her beautiful almond eyes were full of joy. Dragon scales. Delisa also walked towards the dragon scales, stroking the scales with great interest. The comfortable touch made her, smile. Smooth touch. If you lie on the dragon scales and accept the Lord's favor, it must be very happy, right? The Lord's favor? Yinling, who hadn't left the house yet, was attracted by Delisa's words. There was a hint of surprise in the bright eyes. Grace? What favor? Curious. But she was too embarrassed to say it. Su Xuan noticed that Yinling's tail was wagging rapidly, and her eyes were even more erratic, as if she was thinking about something weird. In addition, since Su Xuan acquired some succubus characteristics, he can clearly feel the love hormone emitted by the opposite S*X. What's more, it's a kitten in estrus. Obviously, Yinling kitten needs help from its owner urgently. Yinling, you should stay too. Su Xuan instructed Yinling. When Yinling heard the master's order, she was a little stunned. She also wanted to stay. Su Xuan nodded, and then signaled the other white tiger girls to leave. Remember to close the door before leaving. At this moment, only Elam, Delisa, and Yinling are left in Succubus Meow Meow's house. Of course, there is also the only male lead, Su Xuan. Elam, Delisa. Su Xuan said to the two succubi, Miss Beast Mother needs a little help from you. She is eager to learn. When Yinling heard this, her cheeks flushed red, and her eyes even fled involuntarily. Study? What to study but? Although Yinling was very confused, her sexual blood kept her here, looking forward to the favor of the master. Delisa and Elam looked at each other and smiled evilly. Obey, Lord Master. We will be able to let Miss Beast Mother experience the mystery of the magic power of life. Finished. Heart patterns bloom in the pupils of Elam and Delisa. They bloomed with majestic magic power, quietly affecting Yinling's mind. Yinling, who was already in estrus, instantly dyed her snow-white skin red like blood. See you. Elam and Delisa held Yinling's arm, one on the left and the other on the right. Bring her in front of Su Xuan. Come on, take off your clothes for the master. Elam's demonic words reached Yinling's ears. Yinling obediently scattered the sundries on her body. The fit body shows the original wildness. As a female orc, the white tiger beast mother is completely different from the succubus in terms of skin firmness and figure. If the bodies of the succubus are like water, they are soft and lubricating. The white tiger beast mother is tight and smooth suet jade. You can feel the muscles hidden under the skin just by gently brushing. It seems that those muscles can be retracted freely according to Yinling's thoughts. That is to say, Master. Yinling shyly turned her head away. Her appearance is heroic, but when facing the wildness she has never been in contact with, it can only show shyness like a girl. Beautiful. Wild beauty. Su Xuan caressed Yinling's cheek and said with a smile, Would you like to be the owner's big cat? Willing. Very good. Obedient big cats should be rewarded. The following is a plot of playing with a big cat, and 100,000 words will be omitted below. Is this the guy's territory? Night. A girl with blue twin tails broke into Su Xuan's territory. She vigilantly observes every plant and tree in the territory, looking for where her dragon scale is hidden. And the moment she approached the succubus Meow Meow house, a blue light flickered in the girl's heart. Found it. The moment when the blue-haired girl ran towards the succubus Meow Meow house. Sudden, a cold voice came from my ear. Where is the dragon man coming from? How dare you break into the Lord's territory? Kneel down. Chapter 68. Kneel down. Cold scolding forced the blue-haired girl to squat on the ground in fear. He muttered, Don't hit me. Don't hit me. At the same time, Su Xuan happened to have finished training Yinling. Hearing movement outside the door, he immediately put on his clothes and rushed out. When he saw a frail little girl appearing in his territory, he couldn't help showing a touch of surprise. Dragon horn. Su Xuan murmured. A pair of clear eyes landed precisely on the top of the blue-haired girl's head. Although the other party wanted to hide his identity, he still let him find Xialongjio hidden in the blue hair. Found. The blue-haired girl froze for a moment when Su Xuan guessed her identity. She obviously hides it so well. He even hides his own tail. Was it discovered in the first second? Run. The blue-haired girl instantly changed back to her original form. A giant dragon with a height of 50 to 60 meters suddenly appeared in Su Xuan's territory. Sure enough, it's a giant dragon. Sudden transformation. Let Su Xuan step back a few meters suddenly. His eyes are full of surprises. In his territory, there really is a giant dragon. And, judging by her condition, she is still a young dragon. Because adult dragons can definitely grow up to 100 meters. And just looking at the body shape can also tell the growth period of the dragon. And it is only from the period of junior high school students and human beings. But the sparkling blue scales under the moonlight made Su Xuan's heart move even more. How could Longer look so good-looking? Even if it's just placed in your own territory as a sculpture, it's a beautiful thing. Run! The blue dragon flaps its wings and creates a storm. It's about to get off the ground. Leave her. Su Xuan immediately ordered to Freemia. Free dragon. How can I not? Obey. Freemia strikes now. The pitch-black flames turned into a cage, trying to keep the blue dragon in its territory. Oh, I'm chasing you. Run. The giant blue dragon panicked. Its huge dragon body shone with sky-blue fluorescence, and it broke through Freemia's cage of flames with ease. It turned into a blue light and disappeared without a trace. So fast. Su Xuan froze for a moment. Isn't this running too fast? Moreover, the strength of the blue dragon is definitely above the 5th level, and I'm afraid Freemia will have to spend a lot of effort if they really want to fight. Master, I'm going after her. Freemia wanted to pursue, but was stopped by Su Xuan. No, since she lives in my territory, we will meet sooner or later. And Su Xuan turned his head to look at Succubus Overlord. The scale of the giant dragon was still in his hand. It's just now covered in indescribable things. Cough, cough. I'm a little flustered. Why don't you give it back to her? Su Xuan murmured. He found that the dragon scales were not so useful, and even kept warming up for no reason. In addition, there is no substantial effect, and it is used to create equipment at most. It should be difficult to achieve. This piece of dragon scale is somewhat special. Even if it is to create equipment, it will fall into various difficulties. Let's talk tomorrow. Su Xuan shrugged his shoulders. Although a little flustered, it's not impossible to use it. Freemia, let's go to rest. There is one more fun thing in the room. Fun? Yep. Fortunately, I can run fast. After the blue dragon hit at the bottom of the lake, he breathed a sigh of relief. Almost got caught and eaten. So far so good. B. She still hasn't regained her beloved dragon scale. What should I do? My dragon scale is still in the wrong hands. The blue dragon wandered anxiously in the water, but unfortunately, he couldn't think of any countermeasures in his head. Just then, a voice came from the bottom of the lake. As long as you let me go, I'll teach you what to do. How? Quiet. And the sound at the bottom of the lake seemed to have startled another dragon grid of the blue dragon, and the originally cowardly character instantly became extremely domineering. He scolded coldly. You have no place to speak here. The sound at the bottom of the lake had to disappear again. Then, the blue dragon anxiously circled the bottom of the lake, thinking about how to get back its dragon scales. The next day, Su Xuan asked the white tiger beast girls to put the dragon scale back to its original place. Of course, before putting it back, Su Xuan specially cleaned the dragon scales. Otherwise, the original blue dragon scales will become white. Master, why did we bring the dragon scales back? Yinling asked Su Xuan suspiciously. After experiencing last night, Yinling already had a deep impression on Su Xuan, the kind imprinted in my heart. It doesn't work, give it back to her. Su Xuan shrugged his shoulders and smiled lightly. Oh. Yinling nodded, and then looked at the sparkling lake. The surface of the lake is calm and unremarkable, and there is no flaw at all. After Su Xuan and the others left, a blue dragon emerged from it. Changing into the appearance of a blue-haired girl, she walked to the dragon scales. Strange? How did he send my scales back? The blue-haired girl felt very curious that her dragon scale had returned by itself. She hurriedly took the dragon scale back and placed it in a specific position. When the dragon scale returned to the body, the blue-haired girl suddenly felt the strange breath of the dragon scale. The previous curse is gone, but there is always a breath of life? How is this going? The blue-haired girl tilted her head suspiciously, expressing her incomprehension. But she didn't pay much attention and directly fell into the bottom of the lake. As everyone knows, in the shadows in the distance, Su Xuan and Yinling are watching themselves. Take it easy. Su Xuan smiled lightly. He couldn't miss the giant dragon hiding in his territory. Yiling-sized territory is really a geomantic treasure. Certainly, it's all his now. Even Yi Lingkai belongs to him. After a few days, Su Xuan is welcoming the birth of new life in the territory. Passionate succubi are always devoted to their masters. Naturally, Su Xuan can't treat them badly. From the beginning into the endless world to the present, there are more than 20 descendants of Su Xuan one after another, all born of succubus. Under the careful care of Su Xuan and the succubus, the little ones are also growing fast. Of course, it is still very early before going to the battlefield. Let's talk about weaning first. Every time I have to compete with a group of little guys, Su Xuan said that it is very tiring. Another thing worth mentioning is that Yi Lingkai is not only a qualified gardener, but also a child's partner. Most of the time, as long as she stood there, the little succubus would smile, like a flower meeting sunshine, saving Su Xuan a lot of effort. In addition, there was a succubus who had given birth to Su Xuan's offspring. Delisa, she has it again. My lord, you are so bad, let others have your child again. Delisa smiled charmingly at Su Xuan. There was a lavender halo in her eyes, and her pretty face was full of excitement. Because she understands. After I am pregnant, I will take better care of her, and she will have one more advantage over other succubi. Ahem, Su Xuan's face is calm, but his heart is turbulent. After all, he really loves Delisa after pregnancy. Now, all succubus basically accepted Su Xuan's life ritual. Only one is slightly special. That's you. You doesn't seem to be interested in the magic power of life. Although she is also very close to herself, you is like a sister who is close to her brother. Holding hands and hugging are the only intimate actions. 0. Ask for flowers. That, master. At this time, Yinling seemed to have something to say. Su Xuan looked at Yinling. I don't know if Yinling has something to tell me. Master, I seem to have one too. Yinling blushed and whispered to Su Xuan. It was only last night that she discovered the fact that she was pregnant. The weak fluctuation of magic power made her clearly perceive that life was conceived in her body. Of course, she didn't tell the other White Tiger girls about this. I didn't even tell the White Tiger Beast ladies that I would enter the Succubus Meow Meow house with the succubus every night and explore the ritual of life with the master. Oh, Yinling's words made Su Xuan raise his eyebrows. Yinling is the first non-succubus to conceive a child of her own, right? If nothing else. To this, Su Xuan is naturally delighted. Give birth to the child. I will raise it. Su Xuan gently kneaded Yinling's animal ears and said responsibly. Yinling nodded and lightly stroked her lower abdomen with her palm. During pregnancy, succubi will not have belly bulge, but White Tiger Beast P****sy. Therefore, Yinling was sent a question of sooner or later. But before that, she got the master's love first, then other White Tiger Beast girls. That's enough. Just as Su Xuan was having fun with his wives, a reminder came suddenly. You have received a new message. With a thought, Su Xuan opened the chat box. It was a message from Qingxue. Qingxue, in the area where I am, there are world-class monsters about to be born. Do you want to come together? You have that too? Su Xuan asked Qingxue, because he also learned the news that the world-class monster was going to be born from Su Feng in advance, just a few days ago. Didn't expect Qingxue to have it too? But you must know that the endless world is really big. Even if Su Xuan and Qingxue are lords from the same urban area, in the endless world, the distance between the two may be tens of thousands of kilometers away. Qingxue, wait? What do you mean? Seeing Su Xuan's reply, Qingxue was also stunned. Could it be that Su Xuan also had world-class monsters born? Or, are they in the same area? Even if it is not a small area, it must be a medium area. I haven't confirmed the specific location, but I should receive it in a few days. Su Xuan replied to Qingxue. Qingxue, I will send you the exact location. Qingxue immediately sent the information she learned to Su Xuan. Su Xuan took a look, did not expect that it happened to be 500 or 600 kilometers away from his own territory. That is to say, Xieqing's territory is also nearby. Soon, Qingxue sent the location of her territory again, which confirmed Su Xuan's guess. The territories of the two were originally separated by about 1,000 kilometers. Su Xuan then sent Qingxue the coordinates of his territory. Qingxue, So our territory is so close. Xue was also very surprised. It turned out that her territory was only 1,000 kilometers away from Su Xian's territory. Is this a coincidence? Su Xian smiled lightly. The two then chatted for a while before stopping the topic. Xue, then let's chat next time. Looking forward to fighting with you on the battlefield of world-class monsters. Su Xian closed the chat bar. And at the same time, a message popped up in his vision. Your hero is about to be recruited. Countdown. 10, 9, 8. Warning. Warning. A mutation has occurred. Please pay an additional 10W gold. One piece of mythical equipment that matches the special gift. Death. Chapter 69. 10W gold. Su Xian smiled helplessly. He didn't expect to spend 100,000 gold before his mythical quality hero was born. It seems that this girl is also an extremely resource-consuming master. With a thought. Gold, 10W. Ding. Recruitment successful. The moment the voice fell, a beam of light hundreds of meters wide suddenly descended from the sky, shining on Su Xian's territory. A different picture? Su Xuan was shocked. The recruiting screen for heroes of mythic quality is completely different from that of heroes of other qualities. Just like drawing cards in the game, there is an independent and more special scene. Even this sight, even thousands of kilometers away, you can clearly see it. Because this beam of light goes straight to the sky. F***K? What the hell is that light? Is this a god coming? Wait, isn't this a sign of the coming of a mythical hero? How is it possible? A hero of mythical quality? There are not many in the world. Have you seen it? Whether it is or not, this kind of vision of heaven and earth must definitely attract attention. Go and record the coordinates of the beam of light. No. The magnetic field emitted by the beam of light interferes with the judgment of the coordinates. You have to go there in person to find out, but the distance is too far. It is impossible to find the exact location. Quick, send 980 to dispatch the fastest scouts. We must find the source of that beam of light. Instantly, with Su Xian's territory as the center, all the lords within 1,000 kilometers in diameter observed this shocking scene. But, just a minute later, the beam of light that went straight up into the sky disappeared without a trace, making it impossible for them to find out the origin of the beam of light. On Su Xian's side, all members of the territory came to the front of the hero statue. The moment when the beam of light illuminates, all the succubi actually lined up one after another, and then knelt down in the direction of the hero statue. This scene made Su Xian feel curious, as it was the first time he encountered such a situation. My lord, Delissa explained to Su Xian, you summoned an incredible character. Su Xian was puzzled when he heard this. But judging from the reactions of the succubi, how terrifying is the hero recruited this time? Even Freemia was willing to kneel down. This kind of treatment can only be experienced by him, the Lord. Su Xian, what the hell happened? Why did a light descend from the territory? Yi Lingkai, who was taking care of the plants in the botanical garden, also ran towards Su Xian's place in doubt. Her pretty face was full of doubt and shock. It's not clear what exactly happened. Su Xian calmly explained. It's just a mythical hero recruited. It's nothing serious. Oh, I just recruited a mythical hero. I thought it was an enemy attack, scaring me to death. Yi Lingkai was letting out a long sigh of relief. Suddenly noticed something was wrong. You mean, you recruited heroes of mythic quality. At Su Xian's words, Yi Lingkai's servant's bright eyes widened. I was even more shocked. Incoherent. Mythical quality heroes. That is the pinnacle existence of few lords in the world. It can be said that it is the closest to the gods, a character that only appears in mythology. And now, upcoming rewards on Su Xian's territory. Yi Lingkai was stunned in place. Her little head gave up thinking. 2 heroes of forbidden quality were recruited at the beginning, and now a hero of mythical quality has been recruited. Su Xianyu, still human? Just when everyone's attention was focused on the hero statue. At this moment, the hero statue bloomed with a strange light. Next second, the scene in Su Xian's sight has changed drastically. The sky, which was originally blue, was now shrouded in dark clouds. Delissa and the others disappeared in an instant, and everything around them was engulfed in gray tones. Su Xuan suddenly fell into the gloomy world. Where is this? Su Xuan looked around suspiciously. He was still in the territory just now. Why did he suddenly, just when he was wondering? A series of blood-stained jade steps flashed in front of him. Seems to be leading him upwards. IH blah blah. The sound of high heels stepping on the jade steps reached Su Xuan's ears. Su Xuan looked up, and a beautiful figure was walking towards him. The first thing that catches the eye is a pair of snow-white and slender legs. The perfect proportion makes people want to be stepped on the soles of their feet just by seeing her for the first time. Cough, cough. Raising his gaze, the other party's figure finally fell into Su Xuan's eyes. She was wearing a black gauze dress, a dark golden crown on her head, long silver-gray hair falling like a waterfall, and her beautiful appearance was astonishing. Those dark, purple, beautiful eyes revealed a seductive charm, forcing Su Xuan's heartbeat to speed up, and the cells in his body became active. The beauty is breathtaking. The demon is mesmerizing. Charming makes people forget everything. This is Su Xuan's first impression of her. Even Delisa, who is a succubus, has no chance of winning in front of her. She is a chaotic witch. Just standing there can throw everything in the world into chaos. Before she knew it, she had already arrived in front of Su. The charming voice came into Su Xuan's mind. Xuan, oh. A single word makes Su Xuan tremble involuntarily. What a monster! Su Xuan's reaction also made the woman smile. She took a step back. With a flick of the fingertip, the blood-stained jade steps disappeared. Immediately afterwards, a throne suddenly appeared. The woman sat down slowly, raised her legs, hooked her toes on the heels, and flicked them in front of Su Xuan's eyes. He continued, "You have finally summoned me. I have been waiting for the king for thousands of years." At this time, Su Xuan's attention was still attracted by the rosy toes, and after a while, he looked solemnly at the woman sitting on the throne. Judging from the other party's posture, she is a queen, a succubus queen who is extremely tender and coquettish. As well as, she not only has a charming side, but also has the majesty of being a queen. It is precisely because of this. Su Xuan will love it even more. Sorry for the waiting. Queen Succubus, Dinarisa. Fighting for you. Name, Dinarisa. Race, Succubus. Myth, level, first tier 1 star. Power, 2000. Agility, 2000. Physical, 2000. Magic power, 5000. Talent, original sin of lust, 2. Skill, fallen dark magic. Expand, so strong. After Su Xuan saw Dinarisa's initial attributes, she immediately showed a shocked expression. Her initial attribute is even 4 times that of Freemia. The magic value is an astonishing 5,000 points. What shocked Su Xuan the most was Dinarisa's talent. Original sin of lust, 2. Original sin of lust. 2. The origin of everything is lust. The sin of life inheritance. Provide 100% combat power increase for Succubus. Each Succubus provides 0.1% combat power for Dinarisa. Hiss, Su Xuan gasped. Dinarisa's talent turned out to be a group increase. And every Succubus can provide her with 0.1% combat power. Maybe only about 50% now. But wait until Su Xuan's Sierra mark is upgraded to gold. Upgrade to platinum. 500%. 5,000%. And even future diamonds. Su Xuan can't imagine. Where is the limit of this talent? Is this the growth and improvement of mythical quality heroes? Too horrible. My king, Dinarisa leaned forward slightly, brushed her face with one hand, and a trace of divine light permeated from her charming eyes. He said with a smile, "With my assistance, you will ascend to the throne of God. I promise." Finished. The dark world dissipates. Su Xuan returned to his territory again. At the same time, the figure of Dinarisa also fell in front of the eyes of the succubus. Queen. The succubus expressed their highest respect to the queen of the group. Who would have thought that Su Xuan summoned their queens? Really, the succubus family will follow Su Xuan's call. He is the king of succubus. Of course, in the territory, Su Xuan's status is still higher than that of Dinarisa. Also in the heart of the succubus. Get up, my people. Dinarisa smiled, then stood up from the throne, holding Su Xuan's wrist. Announced to all the succubi, "From now on, let me wait and assist the Lord." Give everything to the Lord. For the Lord, give everything. Yi Lingkai was in a state of shock and couldn't extricate herself from the mighty scene. The moment Dinarisa appears, it even exploded her thoughts. Myth. A hero of mythical quality. This is a scene she never dreamed of. And, even as a girl, Yi Lingkai was attracted by that succubus. At the same time, the topic of the advent of mythical heroes spread like a plague among various lord forces. Really? Are you sure it's a mythical quality? That beam of light is absolutely right. A hero of mythic quality has definitely descended on the X3 area. Find him. We must find the Lord. X3 area? That's a middle area. No, it covers 4 middle areas. Tens of thousands of lords. Millions of square kilometers. How could it be so easy to find? Look, even if it takes a lot of manpower and financial resources, find that Lord. That is a hero of mythical quality. It's still in the area of our Dragon Kingdom. That means that the Lord of our Dragon Kingdom has recruited heroes of mythical quality. Got to find him. 0.9. Maybe you can ask those lords who saw the beam of light up close. There may be clues. Action. Act fast. The hero of mythical quality descends, causing the lords all over the world to explode in an instant. Endless Continent finally ushered in its 10th hero of mythical quality at this moment. But now, the hero's lord is still unknown. Mythical quality hero? Su Xuan naturally also learned the news. She was very curious, which lord recruited mythical quality heroes. This can be regarded as a strong addition to the history of Longhua. Become the second country in the world to have a second mythic quality hero. Who was the opponent? Owner. Sudden. Sina's expression became serious. There was a strange red light in his eyes. What's wrong? Su Xuan sensed something was wrong with Zena's and hurriedly asked. Queen. It's the queen. The queen of our succubus has come. The succubus queen. Su Xuan heard the words. Immediately shocked. Could it be that the mythical hero who just came is the succubus queen? Etc. Sudden. Su Xuan's pupils contracted slightly, and a gleam of light flashed in her beautiful eyes. A terrifying guess sprouted in her mind. If it's a succubus, could it be? Su Xuan. Chapter 70. A few days passed in the blink of an eye. Since Dinarisa came to the territory, Su Xuan has handed over the management of the territory to her. As a succubus queen, Dinarisa is even better. In addition to her identity, the rest of the succubus will not have any complaints. However, Dinarisa's reward has added a burden to Su Xuan in a sense. Because of the increase in the original sin of lust, too, the special combat power of the succubi has also increased. This has resulted in an average increase of 3 hours per day in the running time of Succubus Brilliant House. But inside, that's 300 hours. Su Xuan saw his pale face in the mirror. He felt thinner. What's the matter? King. Dinarisa quietly came to Su Xuan's side, lightly brushed Su Xuan's cheek with her fingertips, and asked with a smile. Nothing. Su Xuan shook his head. Such a trivial matter is not important. Dinarisa, when will she reveal her true nature? Obviously the succubus queen, but not proactive at all. When will you enter Meow Meow House with me? Su Xuan gently grabbed Dinarisa's silver-gray hair, greedily sniffing the scent of her hair. My king, Dinarisa smiled sweetly and replied. Now if you want me, I'm afraid you won't be able to bear it. The light voice fell. Su Xuan was so shocked that his whole body trembled. But, he still stubbornly retorted, can't bear it? Are you underestimating me? Su Xuan is about to defend himself. 04 He can fight mobile suits for more than 1,000 hours at any rate. How could it be unbearable? Oh, is it so? Dinarisa just smiled faintly. Asked that. My king, you try to pinch my ankle, will you? Su Xuan rubbed his hands together, looking expectantly at Dinarisa's snow-white toes. These beautiful legs are so tempting. Just thinking about it makes me feel refreshed. According to Dinarisa's request, Su Xuan stretched out his hand and gently pinched her toes. Su Xuan couldn't help playing with the snow-white and cold toes. At the same time, Dinarisa also landed another jade foot on Su Xuan's source of life. But at the moment of touch, Su Xuan's brain suddenly began to think, what is the reason for the extinction of dinosaurs, and what is the truth of the world? How so? Su Xuan fell into deep thought. When did he become so weak? Seeing this, Dinarisa smiled and explained to Su Xuan, "My lord, original sin of lust is still too powerful for you now, even if it's just on your toes. Let's put it this way, my king. I am equivalent to the demand of 1,000,000 succubi." 1,000,000. When Su Xuan heard this number, his legs began to tremble. Really? Now he is really too weak. No power. Su Xuan wiped away the tears from the corners of her eyes. He has to get stronger. Isn't that the big goal? According to Dinarisa's million succubus calculations, I'm afraid that if I reach the Platinum Lord, I can, while Su Xuan and the succubi were happily developing their territories, the rest of the lords were still looking for whose territory the beam of light that pierced the sky came from. The search range has been reduced to 1,000 lords. 1,000 lords? Not enough. We must find him. A lord who can recruit mythical quality. At least a platinum lord or above. Find it. Find it for me. Good, good. Mythical quality lord. Be sure to become friends with him. The power of the lords of the Dragon Kingdom is in chaos. It even alarmed the foreign lord forces. Nanny? A second mythical quality hero was born in the Dragon Kingdom. Shiba? There is no myth in our kimchi country yet. It must be a rumor. Our giant elephant kingdom is only a myth. Why does the Dragon Kingdom have the second place? It's really stupid people from the Dragon Kingdom. They only use rumors to confuse us. When will you defeat the eagle sauce? You are pretending. For domestic shocks, most foreign countries are in the stage of doubt. After all, only the Lord with a radius of 1,000 kilometers can see the sky-penetrating beam of light. Coupled with various restrictions, it is indeed difficult to prove. But only one person accurately found the target. Just when Su Xuan was fishing by the lake with the white tiger beast girls, looking for the figure of the giant dragon by the way, Su Xuan suddenly sent him a message. Su Xuan, you did it? Regarding Su Xuan's sudden question, Su Xuan certainly didn't know what Su Xuan wanted to express. Su Xuan, that beam of light. Yes. Su Xuan replied. He also knows that the arrival of a mythical hero will definitely attract the attention of other lords. Su Xuan, it really is you. Su Xuan, you are such a monster. Not only are there 2 succubi of taboo quality, now you have even recruited heroes of mythical quality. Fortunately, you are in my guild, then you are in my light. Su Xuan, can you solve my troubles? I feel that many people will come to your door. Su Xuan asked Su Xuan. It is absolutely impossible not to draw attention to such a big movement. Su Xuan, of course, you are mine. It is impossible for anyone to take it away. With your words, I feel relieved. Su Xuan smiled slightly. Su Xuan is still reliable. Su Xuan, just don't worry. Sister, I will take care of everything. Elder sister? Su Xuan is offline. This guy. Su Xuan smiled lightly, then turned his gaze to the sparkling lake. It's been so long. Why hasn't that giant dragon moved? Master, Yinling walked towards Su Xuan and sat beside him. Su Xuan turned her attention to Yinling. Yinling's belly was already protruding, and she was only a day or 2 away from giving birth. If you don't have a good rest in the territory, what are you going to do? Su Xuan gently rubbed Yinling's fluffy tail and asked her. I can't stay idle. Yinling explained. In fact, it was Yinling's pregnancy that shocked the white tiger beast ladies. At the same time, the beast girls are also very concerned about the reproduction of the blood, so they all volunteered to take care of Yinling. Yinling felt very awkward at the unbearable hospitality, so she ran out secretly. Then sit here with me for a while. Su Xuan leaned Yinling on his shoulder. The soft tail is pinched and played in the hand. Yinling didn't resist either, and stayed with Su Xuan peacefully, gazing at the calm lake. I don't know how long it took, when the first ray of moonlight fell on the lake. Sudden, ripples on the lake. *J. Su Xuan sure. There is definitely something rushing out of the bottom of the lake. And hard work pays off. Finally, water waves soaring into the sky. The figure of a giant dragon came into Su Xuan's eyes. The dragon he had been waiting for a long time finally appeared. After the giant dragon left the lake, it immediately flew towards Su. She flew in front of Su Xuan and asked Su Xuan, You, what are you doing at my door all this time? I dare not come out to breathe. The delicate voice resounded in Su Xuan's ears. making Su Xuan smile involuntarily. He replied, "Of course I came to see you. See what I do." The blue dragon froze for a moment, then shouted to Su Xuan, "Even if you give me back the scales, I won't work for you. I'm free." To this, Su Xuan just smiled lightly. The purpose of his coming is naturally to make the blue dragon work for him. But this kind of thing can't be rushed. After all, not everyone can rely on forced submission. We are neighbors, right? Neighbors know each other. Isn't that okay? Su Xuan asked the blue dragon with a faint smile. You have a point. The blue dragon nodded thoughtfully, agreeing with Su Xuan's statement. My name is Su Xuan. I am a sunny and cheerful lord. How about you? My name is Marilena. I am a blue dragon with the blood of a noble, holy dragon. The blue dragon introduced himself to Su Xuan excitedly. But when she finished saying her name, the 11 horses became wary. Suspiciously asked, Are you kidding me? Then you want me to grab it back and eat it? Eat. Hearing this, Su Xuan was taken aback for a moment, then chuckled. He replied, Don't worry, I'm not interested in your meat. I just want to make friends with you. Huh, that's okay. Marilena let out a long sigh of relief. Su Xuan didn't come to eat her. What a great news. Have you been living in a lake? Su Xuan immediately asked Marilena. Well, I was born here. Marilena nodded and continued to add. My mother left when I was very young, and she told me not to leave the lake. Is there any special reason? Generally, giant dragons have clans, so why do they live here alone? Her mother was also very strange. Why didn't Marilena leave the lake? I don't know either. Marilena shook her head, and she didn't know why. A pair of innocent big eyes are flickering, full of curiosity about the outside world. Regarding this, Su Xuan has a clue. I am afraid that there is some kind of mystery hidden under the lake. If you feel bored, you can come to my territory to play anytime. Su Xuan invited Marilena. Since the other party appeared in his territory last time, it naturally shows that the distance between his territory and the lake has not exceeded the limit. Really, when Marilena heard this, her eyes lit up instantly. She talks to fish all day long. She is bored to death. Well, of course it's true. Su Xuan nodded. Very good. Marilena flaps her wings happily. You're a nice guy? Wait, I've got a present for you. Marlene immediately swooped down and rushed into the lake. Then he rushed out of the lake immediately, the moment he saw Marlena again. There's a giant shell in her mouth, and in the shell, Su Xuan vaguely saw a graceful figure. Chapter 71. For you. Snapped. A huge shell smashed in front of Su Xuan. At this time the shell is in a closed state. But just now, Su Xuan saw it for sure. There is a shadow hidden in the shell, presented to Su Xuan by Marilena along with shells. This is my favorite toy. I'll give it to you. Marlena happily landed on the ground, causing the ground to shake. Toys. Su Xuan frowned. How to play in detail. Yes. Marilena nodded and continued. Look. As long as this. As she spoke, Marlena tapped the white shell lightly with her dragon claws. Next second, the shell is slowly opening. A beautiful clam girl appeared in everyone's sight. In addition, there is a huge pearl in the shell, which is shining brightly. Let's sing. Marlena gave orders to the clam girl. Where did the clam girl dare to disobey the order of the dragon, and immediately sang a beautiful song. Her singing is melodious, which makes the listeners feel refreshed. Not bad. Hey. Su Xuan looked hesitantly at Marlena, then at Singnu. The poor clam girl became the dragon's music box. Don't be afraid. I'm here to save you. It sounds good. Marilena asked Su Xuan with a smile. Since you gave me a gift, I have to return it. Su Xuan took out a small object from his pocket. This is a small item obtained from the loot of the territory occupied by Su Xuan before. Phantom Bow. The effect is that it can provide a camouflage-like effect to the wearer. Of course, this is not stealth, and it is impossible to hide the breath. Thank you. Human. Marlena really likes the gift Su Xuan gave her. Wearing a bonnet on her huge body has a special flavor. Oh right. Marilena hurriedly added to Su Xuan. Don't let her leave the shell. She is a cursed creature, an evil monster. Cursed creatures? Su Xuan looked at the clam girl in the shell. The clam girl hid pitifully in the shell, shivering. No matter how you look at it, it's hard to compare with evil monsters. But, since it was Marilena's reminder, Su Xuan would naturally take it to heart. Even a weak clam girl may hide unexpected murderous intentions. Still have to be careful. Okay, I know. Then I'm going home. I'll play with you guys when it's possible. Marilena happily went back to the bottom of the lake. Su Xuan also admired the clam girl's figure and asked the white tiger beast girls to bring her back to the territory. With the addition of Clam Girl, Succubus Meow Meow House can add a section of BGM in the future. The next day, it hurts, come on. Yinling. Sister, you can do it. Yinling finally ushered in the date of production. Su Xuan wandered anxiously at the door. Yinling was different from the succubus. She is a beast girl. That is to say, Delisa and the others have only 1 or 2 births at most, similar to human women. But beast girls are not. They typically give birth to 3 or 4 offspring. This is an extremely dangerous thing for mothers. So, Su Xuan asked an experienced succubus in the territory to give birth to Yinling in advance. I just hope the mother and daughter are safe. Wow, wow, wow. When the baby's cry is heard throughout the territory, the door of the delivery room opened slowly, and Evoni happily blessed Su Xuan. Master, mother and daughter are safe. Very good. Su Xuan breathed a sigh of relief when she heard the news that the mother and daughter were safe. He walked into the delivery room. Yinling was lying weakly on the bed. Although Yinling's strength is very strong, it is inevitable that she will exhaust her experience in the face of natural childbirth. Thank you. Su Xuan caressed Yinling's cheek and greeted her with concern. Yinling responded and fell asleep due to exhaustion. Su Xuan asked the white tiger beast mother and the succubus to take care of Yinling. At the same time, they also brought the nectar of Jasmine Fairy. Her nectar can make Yinling recover faster. Afterwards, Su Xuan looked at the 4 baby girls on the small bed beside him. Ding! It is detected that the host has offspring. Race, white tiger beast mother. Ding! Quadruplets detected. Activation of special evaluation. Taboo quality. Reward. Territory boost. Ancient white tiger bloodline. SS. Lord boost. White tiger master S. Ancient white tiger bloodline. SS. All white tiger beast mothers unlock the power of their ancestors. White tiger master. S. You are the master of the white tigers. Under your leadership, their combat power has increased significantly. 100%. The power of the ancestors? Su Xuan was overjoyed. Isn't the power of the ancestors the power displayed by Yinling? The power can be multiplied several times in a short period of time. If all the white tiger beast mothers have unlocked the power of their ancestors, wouldn't it mean that the entire white tiger beast mother army's combat power will be multiplied several times? Hiss, I'm afraid they can stand shoulder to shoulder with the succubus. Yinling is really great. After Yinling gave birth, Lisha, who was pregnant at the same time as her, also gave birth to a child for Su Xuan. Ding! It is detected that the host has offspring. Race, half succubus, half human. The aptitude evaluation of this descendant is epic quality. Reward, territory increase. Beautiful as a fairy, A. Lord increase. Devil's blood, S. Beautiful as a fairy, A. The charm of the people in the territory is increased by 50%. Devil's blood, S. The devil gave you dirty blood. Your lust is increased. Your life's magic power is increased. 100%. Su Xuan kissed Delisa's forehead to let her have a good rest. Just as Su Xuan was guarding Yinling and Delisa, a message popped up in his sight. Su Xuan expands the information. Qingxue tomorrow. World-class monsters will be born. The surrounding lords will basically participate. Tomorrow. Su Xuan muttered to himself. He didn't expect the time to be so tight. Qingxue, well, but I don't know why. Recently, the lords have been crazy about the arrival of quality heroes, so our area will become very chaotic. Su Xuan, have you seen that beam of light? I was so tired that I fell asleep that I didn't see. Well, I see. It is indeed in our area. Su Xuan nodded. Of course he saw it. After all, the lord who recruited mythical quality heroes is him. Qingxue, am I the only one who didn't see it? Hey, I'm so envious. Mythical quality heroes. If I can recruit a mythical quality hero, I might pass out with joy. Ha. Exaggerated. Su Xuan sent another smiling face in the past. Qingxue, no exaggeration. That is a hero of mythical quality. If you recruited it, you will be so happy that you can't sleep all night. Really? Su Xuan agreed with Qi Qingshua's statement. He really couldn't sleep that night, thanks to Dinarice's boost to the succubus, making them more greedy. It's a bit of a waste. Qi Qingxua, by the way, can I ask you a question? You ask. Qi Qingxua, recently, Thailand's state is weird. She always sits by the window in a daze, and she likes to lightly cover her stomach and giggle secretly. Do you know why? Shut your stomach lightly? Qi Qingshua's words immediately caught Su's gaze. Could it be? Su Xuan recalled everything that happened in the hotel in his mind. I don't know if Qi Qingxua has noticed that his smell is still on the quilt. Cough, cough. Su Xuan hurriedly said to Qi Qingxua, don't worry too much. Chat with her more. Maybe it's just something on your mind. If you want to enlighten her, you can come to my territory when the world-class monster campaign is over. Enlightenment, I am familiar with this kind of thing. Qi Qingxua, really? That's great. After chatting with Qi Qingxua for a while, Su Xuan closed the chat box. Call. Su Xuan breathed a sigh of relief. If tomorrow is the day when the world-class monsters are born, then he must reorganize the army and march towards the destination. If it's in the territory, leave Evna and Evany behind to protect it. In addition, Yi Lingkai and her plants are enough to protect the territory. Of course, Yin and Dai Lisha also need to stay. They need to rest after giving birth. Just as Su Xuan was preparing for a world-class monster. Near his territory, an unexpected guest appeared. Enemy. Freemia sensed the enemy's presence for the first time and immediately spread her wings. Take to the skies. Seeing this, Su Xuan immediately ran out of the room and looked up at the sky. See, a winged lion appeared over the territory, and on the back of the lion is sitting a man in a suit. Oh, I found it. The man in the suit looked down at Su Xuan's territory with a contemptuous smile on his lips. He immediately rides the lion and descends from the sky. The speed was so fast that even Freemia couldn't react. After the opponent hit the ground, Freemia took a slow step to block Su Xuan. So fast, Su Xuan's expression froze. The level of the male lion that the opponent stepped down is definitely above the 6th level. It should be you. The man in the suit looked at Su Xuan contemptuously and said coldly, you must have recruited a mythical hero, right? It took me a lot of time to find you from thousands of lords. However, since you found it, it's good. And there are 2 forbidden quality heroes and 3 legendary quality heroes in the territory. Oh, it's incredible. Your luck is really good. It's really enviable. Who are you? Su Xuan frowned. He was sure that the other party was definitely the Platinum Lord. Besides, why did the other party find me so quickly? I obviously hid the information of the territory, Denua Zhao, on purpose and imposed a fog of coordinates. The only reason is that his territory is nearby. Your place is really nice. If I didn't happen to be nearby, it would be really difficult to find your territory. The man in the suit looked around and continued. As for my identity, I'm from the Hu family in Jiang province. How's the deal? Sell your heroes to me. I can give you a huge fortune, the man in the suit asked proudly. Are you dreaming? Su Xuan's tone was mixed with anger. Want to buy his hero as soon as he comes up? Are you kidding me? That can't be helped. The man in the suit shrugged his shoulders, and then there was murderous intent in his eyes. Come out. Voice down. 2 gargoyles stepped out of nothingness, bearing their ferocious fangs to Su Xuan. Tier 5 9 stars. Both are gargoyles of the 5th rank and 9 stars. Since you don't want to, then I can only grab it. Finished. The man in the suit commanded 2 gargoyles and returned to Su Xuan to attack. Freemia ignites a pitch-black flame and prepares to fight back. But Su Xuan's killing intent has been ignited. It's not Freemia's turn to make a move. Dinarisa. Yes, King, kill them. Follow the order. Next second see. A smear of blood flashed. Like a wave, it slapped on the 2 gargoyles. Then boom. Bang. The gargoyle is actually at this moment. Burst like fireworks. Duh. Chapter 72. What? The gargoyle exploded like a firework in an instant, causing the man in the suit to widen his eyes in shock. His 5th level 9-star gargoyle was killed in one hit with that bloody color? Even, the blood has not stopped. Like a sea wave, it continues to sweep towards him. The terrifying blow made the man in the suit take a step back. The lion beside him immediately opened its mouth wide. Roar. A deafening roar resounded through the sky. Only then did the bloody aftermath shake away. But The death of the two gargoyles made the man in the suit frown. Those are two fifth-order 9-star gargoyles. A terrifying existence that can destroy a golden territory with just one. Was it easily killed by a Silver Lord hero? Even if the opponent is a mythical quality hero, it is impossible for him to be so perverted. Right between the man in the suit shock. Sudden. The world changed suddenly. The sky is stained with blood red at this moment. Several dark red thunderbolts descended from the sky, using the sky as a curtain to paint a terrifying scene of hell. Next, a beautiful figure quietly appeared on the battlefield. With a proud attitude, she looked down on all the enemies she looked at. Tier 5 9 stars. In the eyes of Dinarisa, she is just as weak as an ant. A succubus with first rank and 1 star. How is that possible? The moment when Dinarisa enters the battlefield, the shock of the man in the suit intensifies. He can clearly confirm that Dinarisa's rank is only first rank and 1 star. But why? Why can a succubus of mythical quality of Tier 1 and 1 star kill his gargoyle of Tier 5 and 9 star in seconds with a wave of his hand? Could this be a breakdown in combat power? Actually not. Only because Dinarisa's upgrade conditions are too special. She will always be at the first level and 1-star level. It's not that Su Xuan is unwilling to upgrade her. Dinarisa's promotion opportunity is linked to Su Xuan's promotion. Only when Su Xuan has been promoted to the Golden Lord and has the qualifications to explore the source of life magic with Dinarisa, can she proceed to upgrade. But once the level is upgraded, the level will increase instantly. As for Dinarisa, who only has Tier 1 and 1 star, why can she easily kill a gargoyle with 190 Tier 5 stars? That stems from her original more than 20 pseudo-forbidden magics and 5 forbidden magics, plus the buff on Su Xuan's territory. As a result, Dinarisa's strength is terrifying to an unimaginable level. Even in the face of the existence of the 6th Order, it can be dealt with. This is the mythical quality hero. Wrong. Should say, this is Su Xuan's mythical quality hero. In her eyes, the elite quality gargoyle of the 5th rank and 9 stars is as fragile as a mustard. Where did the ants come from? Sitting on the throne, Dinarisa said in an arrogant and cold voice, "Your lord who dares to threaten me." The voice just fell. A streak of dark red lightning fell instantly. The terrifying power immediately frightened the man in the suit and ran away with his head in his arms. He immediately mounted his lion and wanted to escape. But how could Dinarisa have given him this chance? A dark red lightning fell accurately and quickly. Boom. Bang. Then engulfed the man in the suit and the 6th level monster. Damn it. The moment the man in the suit was hit by the forbidden magic, a halo of light appeared on his body, barely blocking the damage. He miscalculated Su Xuan's strength. I never thought that a Silver Lord would have such terrifying combat power. His heroes are outrageous to the extreme. Only first order 1 star. You can release the forbidden magic. The man in the suit gritted his teeth and then sneered again. Okay, I underestimated you. We will meet later. Let's go. Finished. The man in the suit rode the lion and wanted to escape. Of course, when he only flew a few hundred meters away. Then he bumped into the cage transformed by lightning. Damn it. Is it forbidden magic again? The man in the suit suddenly turned pale. He never expected that the succubus would not know the second taboo magic. Is this a mythical quality hero? Did I let you go? Dinarisa's cold and heartless voice echoed in the ears of the man in the suit. Eeft. Next second, a more terrifying dark red lightning condensed above his head. The moment the lightning strikes. Even how superb the life-saving means of the man in the suit are. You have to die here too. It's over. At this moment, the man in the suit felt despair welling up in his heart. Can't escape, can't stop. Isn't that sent? Just when the thunder and lightning are about to fall. Sudden, 2 figures emerged. A middle-aged woman and a Chong Sam hurriedly shouted to Su Xuan, "How dare you hurt my brother? I will destroy everything about you." Finished. The eyes of the silver gargoyle following behind the middle-aged woman flashed with strange light, aiming at Su Xuan's position. 6th order 7 star? Su Xuan's expression froze. What novel plot? Hit the young ones and come the old ones. This 6th order 7 star, an epic quality gargoyle, is really difficult to deal with. B. Sister, help me. The moment the man in the suit saw his elder sister coming to the rescue, the corners of the mouth grinned. He looked at Su Xuan contemptuously. Are mythical quality heroes useful? It's people who come out to mix with each other. It's the background. Don't be afraid. Brother, he dared to touch you today. I will destroy him and his territory. The middle-aged woman glared at Su Xuan. When the two sides are facing each other, sudden, a figure flashed. Stand in front of Su Xuan. Sinus? Su Xuan saw the figure of the visitor clearly and was taken aback for a moment. Isn't that Hu Qian? How dare my people move? Are you courting death? A familiar voice sounded. Su Xuan stepped on colorful auspicious clouds and appeared in the sky above Su Xian's territory. Su Xuan was a little surprised. Su Xuan did say that she would protect him, but she never expected it. This guy actually came in person. Su Xuan. Su Xuan's appearance made Hu Qian's expression very embarrassing. She never dreamed that Su Xuan would know the Silver Lord in front of her. Obviously, there was a mistake in the intelligence part. They thought Su Xuan was just a weak chicken Silver Lord with no background and just luck. Are you all right? Su Xuan came to Su Xian's side and asked him concerned. But her beautiful eyes fell on Dinarisa. Su Xuan was startled. Mythical quality heroes. It's what she dreams of. Envy, fine. Su Xuan replied with a faint smile. That's good. Su Xuan nodded, then looked at Hu Qian and said coldly, Hu Qian, as a Platinum Lord, you are bullying a Silver Lord? When the news gets out, where will you put your old face? Okay, Su Xuan, I'll give you some face. You let him release my brother. I'm leaving now. Hu Qian shouted at Su Xuan. What do you think? Su Xuan turned her head to look at Su Xuan. Su Xuan glanced at Hu Qian, then said flatly, I want to kill him. Kill. Real. Su Xuan's decisive answer surprised Su Xuan. So refreshing, kill at will. I will protect you. It's just a Hu family. Su Xuan replied firmly. Good. Su Xuan smiled lightly, and then ordered Dinarisa. Send him to hell. Dinarisa immediately burst into lightning. The dark red lightning condenses again. This scene immediately frightened the man in the suit. Sister, help me. Help me. The man in the suit asked Hu Qian for help in horror. Su Xuan, how dare you let him hurt my brother? I promise. Hu Qian's voice is not over yet. Next second, boom, a dark red lightning fell from the sky. The man in the suit was engulfed in the thunder and lightning for a moment, and there was no sound. This scene. Immediately D off, Hu Qian. Su Xuan. Hu Qian was furious and wanted to command the silver gargoyle to do it. But the 6th level and 9-star Sinus stood in front of them, making her powerless to resist. You just wait for me. Hu Qian could only suppress her anger and wait for revenge in the future. But Su Xian's voice sounded again at this moment. President, I still want to kill her. Kill. Anyone can be killed. Hu Qian has not yet had time to react. Next second, she and the silver gargoyle were imprisoned in a cage of thunder and lightning. Su Xuan, don't go too far. Hu Qian gritted her teeth and roared angrily. Too much bullying? I'm so sorry. Su Xuan sneered and said confidently. Just you and the Hu family. I can still handle it. As for you, Hu Qian, just die here today. Sinus, obey. Sinus strike now. The red flame instantly engulfed the silver gargoyle. Hu Qian was about to say something, but the dark red lightning has fallen. Next second, she and the silver gargoyle were engulfed by lightning. The miserable cry resounded through the heavens and the earth. After being swept by lightning, Hu Qian's scorched body quickly fell from the sky. Boom! It fell to the ground, leaving only the last breath. Not dead yet. Su Xuan was a little surprised. She didn't expect her life to be so big. Sure enough, the Platinum Lord's physical fitness was comparable to that of heroes of the 5th or even 6th order. There was a weak voice from Hu Qian, but at the time of life and death, the anger just now dissipated. Only the sound of begging for mercy remained. Su Xuan, I was wrong. Please forgive me. If you kill me, the Hu family will not so much nonsense. Su Xuan was too lazy to listen to Hu Qian's nonsense. She didn't know when she had an extra blade in her hand and dropped Hu Qian's head to the ground. Then let Zenas clean up the body. At the moment when Hu Qian died, she got a reminder. You defeated a Platinum Lord. Lord Metal plus 5,000. Magic Crystal plus 500W. Gold plus 20W. Wood plus 30W. Stone plus 60W. Su Xuan saw a variety of harvest tips, but he was very puzzled. How could a Platinum Lord have so few resources? How is it similar to the Gold Lord? Wait, why is there only one winning hint? Su Xuan suddenly thought, didn't he crush 2 people? It stands to reason that there should be 2 reminders for the death of the 2 lords. The man in the suit just now is Su Qian's subordinate lord, so there is only one winning hint. Su Xuan immediately explained to Su Xuan. So that's how it is. Su Xuan nodded thoughtfully. By the way, some of Hu Qian's territory resources have fallen into my hands. I don't really need them, so I will give them to you as the guild's support for newcomers. As she said that, Su Xuan was going to give the resources she got to Su Xuan. Then thank you, President Su. Su Xuan didn't refuse either. He didn't need to be polite to Su Xuan. Just when Su Xuan transferred that part of resources to Su Xuan, suddenly, Dinarisa is seen hooking her finger at her hero, Sinus. Like an order, he said, "You come here." Su Xuan looked at Zenas curiously. Zenas is the hero of her territory. How could she obey? Yes. Sinus responded and walked towards Dinarisa. Su Xuan, huh? Queen, are you willing to serve Su Xuan? The conversation between the 2 succubus instantly made Su Xuan furious. Instigated against her hero in her face, huh? Su Xuan, take care of your succubus. Calm down. Chairman Su, calm down. Chapter 73. Calm down. Su Xuan hurriedly appeased Su Xuan. He never thought that Dinarisa would incite Su Xuan to rebel against her Sinus on the spot. After all, it is Su Xuan's most powerful combat power. Can't you do it secretly? 11. Su Xuan, take care of your succubus. I got it. I promise I won't let Dinarisa mess around. President Su has come all the way. Why don't you come in for a cup of tea? Evna, make tea for President Su. Obey. Master. Su Xuan hurriedly invited Su Xuan into the town hall and gave Dinarisa a look, telling her not to mess around. At least, not in front of Su Xuan. Su Xuan took a sip of tea to calm down. At the same time, she also transferred the seized resources to Su Xuan. Magic Crystal plus 500W. Gold plus 20W. Just one Platinum Lord has harvested 10 million magic power crystals. Su Xuan nodded in satisfaction. 10 million magic power crystals are enough to bring about a qualitative change in his territory. Phew. It is more than enough for Freemia and the others to advance to the 4th level. First, Su Xuan put down her teacup and congratulated Su Xuan. Congratulations on recruiting a hero of mythic quality. This is the 2nd hero of mythic quality in the history of Longueway in 100 years. Significant. Thanks. Su Xuan smiled lightly. However, don't be too happy. Su Xuan said solemnly. The birth of a mythical quality hero will definitely attract the attention of the country. At that time, you will reap the cultivation of the country, obtain rich resources, and even piles of high-quality equipment will be sent to you territory. Isn't this a good thing? Su Xuan was taken aback when he heard this. Isn't what Su Xuan said all good things? It's really a good thing, but I'm a little unhappy. Su Xuan shrugged her shoulders. A guild leader like her does not have the ability to fight against the country. Su Xuan chuckled. President Su Xuan looked quite nice when she was angry. Besides, Su Xuan seriously analyzed to Su Xuan. The fact that you recruited a hero of mythic quality has caused an uproar, and many people must regard you as a precious night pearl, let alone a platinum lord, even a diamond lord. Will be moved. But the Dragon Kingdom has regulations. No one is allowed to compete for mythical quality heroes, and those who compete will be sentenced to death. After all, mythical quality heroes are likely to die in the battle, which is huge for the Dragon Kingdom loss. Then those 2 people just now. There must be someone who wants to take advantage of the loopholes and make Hu Qian a scapegoat. When you die, Hu Qian will also be punished, which may cause the entire Hu family to be destroyed, but your mythical quality hero will become a thing without an owner. As long as undead, the country will definitely hand her over to other lords, most likely to be the Diamond Lord. So, Su Xuan's face froze and her expression became dignified. Obviously, there is another person behind Hu Qian. and there is a high probability that it will be the Diamond Lord. But you must know that there are only a few dozen Diamond Lords in Long Kingdom, and if some inappropriate lords are removed, there are only a few who can take over. Don't worry, I will find that person. Isn't it the Diamond Lord? Our guild also has one. Concubine Su assured Su Xuan in a positive manner. Good. Su Xuan made Su Xuan very relieved. What a reassuring old lady. By the way, what kind of unit is the Diamond Lord in our guild? Su Xuan asked Su Xuan curiously. I can't tell you this. I want you to keep her mysterious. Su Xuan refused to answer Su Xuan. What? Su Xuan frowned. What the hell is the mystery? She is a simple girl. I don't feel at ease introducing you to her. I'm just asking about her type of arms. That's not okay. Fine. Su Xuan was speechless. He was even more curious about the diamond collar. Could it be a dragon? Or angel? By the way, I said that there is only one world-class monster in your area? Su Xuan suddenly remembered something and asked Su Xuan. Yeah, what's the matter? Do you want to participate too? Those magic power crystals are useless to me. The precious demon crystals required to advance from the 6th to the 7th ranks can only be exploded by world-class monsters with sequences. You should not. Su Xuan shook her head. A world-class monster with a sequence? Su Xuan frowned slightly. The blood of the world-class monster was high and the attack low, and the magic crystal was rich. And the world-class monsters with sequences are double high. Even the Platinum Lord may be buried. It can be described as an extremely dangerous existence. You don't have to worry about conquering world-class monsters. I will help you guard the house, and if anyone wants to come, I can also come forward to receive them. Su Xuan suggested to Su Xuan. Her words made Su Xuan take a deep breath of aroma. Chairman Su, people are beautiful and kind. Then can I take Sinus with me? Roll. Su Xuan immediately went to rectify the team, because tomorrow there will be world-class monsters in preparation. At the same time, after harvesting 10 million magic power crystals, Freemia and the others must be upgraded by 1 level. Su Xuan is idle and bored, so she takes Zenas to visit Su Xian's territory. She first visited Yi Lingcai's botanical garden. The little girl was diligently watering the plants in the botanical garden. Su Xuan came behind her, but she didn't notice. Hello. You? Hello. Su Xuan quietly appeared, startling Yi Lingcai. Who are you? Yi Lingcai stared at Su Xuan with her beautiful eyes, curious about this beautiful big sister. As for the battle outside the botanical garden just now, Yi Lingcai didn't pay much attention because she had experienced so much. Firmly believe. Su Xuan can solve everything. Like a god. She just has to believe. My name is Su Xuan, and I am Su Xian's president. Su Xuan introduced herself. At the same time, a pair of charming red phoenix eyes carefully looked at the girl in front of her, and she was amazed in her heart. The little girl looks so beautiful. Could it be Su Xian's? My name is Yi Lingcai. I am the subordinate lord of Su Xuan. Yi Lingcai replied to Su Xuan. Subordinate to the lord? Su Xuan smiled and nodded, then looked around. Are you the plant lord? Yes. The breeding is not bad. Su Xuan nodded approvingly. With her eyesight, she was sure that it was only a matter of time before Yi Lingcai advanced to the rank of Platinum Lord. In his heart, Su Xuan was amazed that he would choose to make Yi Lingcai his subordinate lord. 0. Asking for flowers. This little girl will definitely play a key role for Su Xuan. Thanks. Yi Lingcai was praised and showed a bright smile. While Su Xuan was viewing the botanical garden, Zenas hurriedly came to her side and whispered in her ear, Master, that flower is a bit special. That flower. Su Xuan looked at the jasmine fairy located in the center of the botanical garden. She looked suspiciously at the white jasmine flower in front of her, when she felt that the growth of the jasmine fairy not only increased the level and attributes, but also increased the quality. Immediately a shocked look appeared. This? Su Xuan's beautiful eyes are slightly startled. Quality improvement? This means that Fairy Jasmine, who is currently only of epic quality, is very likely to be promoted to legend quality one day in the future. Can it even go higher? How did you do that? Su Xuan looked at Yi Lingcai in surprise. Yi Lingcai was still taking care of the plants in the botanical garden by herself. You Jasmine? Su Xuan asked Yi Lingcai. Her? She's the most powerful hero I've ever recruited. Epic quality fairy jasmine. Yi Lingkai introduced to Su Xuan. And her introduction convinced Su Xuan that Yi Lingkai didn't seem to know that fairy jasmine's quality had undergone drastic changes quietly. Nice hero. Su Xuan nodded approvingly, guessing in her heart, maybe it has something to do with Su Xuan. After visiting the botanical garden, Su Xuan is Xiang Chi-Tu's building again. At the beginning, the painting style was normal, but when she came to Succubus Meow Meow House, she was stunned. Succubus Meow Meow House. What is the purpose of this building? As the lord of the succubus, Su Xuan naturally knew what the succubus wanted. Then this Succubus Meow Meow House knows what it does after thinking about it with her navel. It can only be said that it is an area she needs to stay away from. When she wanted to leave, Sinus still stood there. Concentrate on this special building in front of you. The breath of life left inside makes her yearn. Longing. This scene made Su Xuan frown slightly. Maybe she should think about it and talk to Su Xuan about building a deeper bond. If only her succubus could unlock a sigil. That her territory will undergo a qualitative change. It is not difficult to advance to the Diamond Lord in a short time. Sinus. Su Xuan's eyes were fixed. She felt sorry for her inability to experience her succubus subjects. She is such a failed lord. Hey, just when Su Xuan was immersed in self-blame, a huge figure streaked across the sky. Su Xuan raised her head in surprise. See, a blue dragon flies across the sky. Then, flapping its wings, it landed in Su Xian's territory. My friend, Su Xianjiang, I'm here to play with you. The blue dragon turned into a little girl and cheered excitedly. But her appearance made Su Xuan stand there dumbstruck. Dragon? In Su Xian's domain. How could there be a giant dragon? 6. Chapter 74. Su Xian sauce. Where are you? Marilena happily landed in Su Xian's territory, looking for Su Xian's figure. But she didn't find Su Xian's figure. Instead, she saw Su Xuan. Sniff, Marilena ran to Su Xuan's side. The familiar smell made her a little curious. Why do you have a familiar smell? Marlena blinked her big eyes and asked Su Xuan in surprise. Su Xuan was still in shock. Dragon? Why is there a giant dragon in Su Xian's domain? And judging from the appearance of this giant dragon, its rank and quality are not low. At the very least, it is also a powerful existence of taboo quality. Su Xuan's heartbeat stopped abruptly in an instant. Su Xian, this guy. How did it attract so many monsters? Marlena? Why are you here? Su Xian naturally also observed a giant dragon flying over his territory and rushed over immediately. He's about to upgrade Freemia and the others. Su Xian sauce. I'm here to play with you. Seeing Su Xian appear, Marilena immediately ran from Su Xuan's side to Su Xian. I'm a bit busy these days. Maybe 957 won't work. I see. You can let that ant play with you, and I will play with you when I come back in a few days, can you? Ant. Su Xuan raised her brows lightly, feeling a little angry in her heart. She is not yet 30. The ant. Marilena looked at Su Xuan curiously, and then leaned into Su Xian's ear to whisper a few words. Su Xian heard Marlena's words and nodded thoughtfully. Okay, I get it. By the way, go find Lingkai. She should get along with you. Su Xian suddenly thought of Lingkai in the botanical garden. Is that the young lady who likes to water the flowers? Okay. I'm going. Go. Marilena happily ran to the botanical garden. Su Xian shrugged his shoulders on the spot and was about to go to Freemia and the others again to promote them. Suddenly, concubine Su came quietly behind Su Xian. He said with resentment, If you call me aunt again, I don't mind making you suffer. Don't pay too much attention to the title. What's the point of competing with a young dragon? I mean you. Tell me. That's okay. Su Xuan. Have you finished visiting my territory? Su Xian asked Su Xuan with a smile, trying to change the topic. Well, the visit is over. Su Xuan nodded, and then said, I'm quite surprised. Your management of the territory is much better than mine when Lord Baiyin was, and you have more ideas than me. Thank you, President Su, for your compliment. I still have work to do. You'll be shopping for a while, and you'll probably be done by dinner time. Are you promoting the level of the succubus? Su Xuan asked. Can I stand aside and watch? What's there to watch? Su Xian shrugged and asked in confusion. I'm just purely interested, okay? Su Fian glared and said, "Then come together." Su Xian shrugged his shoulders and took Su Fian to the venue where the succubus were. Now, the succubi have been waiting in an empty space for a long time. 10 million magic power crystals are enough to give them a huge boost. But thinking about the need for 2 million magic power crystals to be promoted from Tier 3 to Tier 4, Su Xian said that it is still not enough. Let's start. Su Xian stood right in front of the succubi, ready to promote the ranks for the succubus. 10 million crystals of magic power were thrown down, and the bodies of the succubus in the audience shone with a blue halo. This time, it was enough for all the succubi to break through to the second level, Delissa and the others to the third level with 9 stars, and Freemia and you to the fourth level. As for Dinarisa, cough cough, you still have to become a gold lord in order to transform. But even Dinarisa, who only has Tier 1 and 1 star, has the same combat power as Freemia and the others in Tier 4, or even a little bit stronger. Magic Crystal, 1000 W Buzz Buzz. Your hero Freemia has been upgraded to Tier 4 and 1 star. All attributes plus 1000. Your hero, Freemia, has a new insight and acquired a new skill, Dark Underworld Fire. Dark Underworld Fire, taboo, a special flame that destroys everything, ignoring fire elemental immunity. Taboo. Su Xian was overjoyed. Freemia learned another forbidden magic. Your hero you has been upgraded to Tier 4 and 1 star. All attributes plus 500. Extra magic power plus 2500. Your hero you has a new understanding and acquired a new skill, Curse of Darkness. Dark Curse. Taboo, a terrible curse that weakens the cursed person's combat power by 50%. Another taboo. Su Xian was overjoyed, one after another. When Su Xian was busy promoting the succubus, Su Fian naturally watched carefully from the sidelines. She was surprised. All the succubi in Su Xian's territory have unlocked the mark. There are 500 succubi here. Su Xian alone. 15. Su Fian is convinced that she underestimated Su Xian. He is really fierce, and the same as the succubus lord. Su Fian can clearly feel that Su Xian's succubus is several grades stronger than hers. Certainly, the premise is the same level. Su Fian's succubi people are basically at the 3rd level and above, and the Platinum Lord's 30 hero pools are basically all at the 5th level and above. But for some reason, Su Fian always felt that her succubus army had no advantage over Su Xian's succubus army. If they are of the same rank, there is a high probability that they will be swept away. At first, she thought it was the reason why the succubus didn't unlock the mark. But after getting acquainted with Su Xian's succubi, she was sure it was more than that. Whether it's the succubus ability to act, the ability to coordinate, or the increase in territory. It seems that Su Xian's succubus army is much higher than her succubus army. Her only advantage is level, and my many years of experience as a lord. Sudden, Su Fian's attention fell on Dinarisa behind Su Xian. The arrogant queen is sitting on the throne, looking down at his own clansmen, accepting the master's favor. And her people, every time they accept Su Xian's favor, the pink brilliance in Dinarisa's eyes will shine even more. And Su Fian's gaze naturally attracted Dinarisa's attention. She shifted her gaze slightly and landed on Su Fian. That extremely charming gaze made Su Fian's delicate body tremble slightly. Tet. Su Fian's heart trembled. She couldn't imagine how horrible Dinarisa was. Is this the strength of mythical quality heroes? Even as the Platinum Lord, she just glanced at her. It can make her fall into a catastrophe. Finally, before dark, Su Xian completed the promotion of the succubus. In fact, it was only half an hour. By the way, assign the personnel who will be sent to the world-class monster area tomorrow. President Su, are you hungry after waiting for a long time? Let's go. Follow me to dinner. Su Xian came over and asked Su Fian. Su Fian naturally did not refuse. Su Xian invited Su Fian into the town hall for dinner. Su Xian prepared a rich dinner for Su Fian. Whether it's fish, meat, or vegetables, everything is available. In addition, Su Xian specially let some of the succubus learn to cook, which can be regarded as full of color, fragrance, and taste. Even the picky Su Fian had no reason to refuse. As for the people having dinner together, there are only her and Su Xian. Yi Lingkai and Marlalina are still chatting and playing in the botanical garden. The The succubi don't eat food, and the white tiger beast girls are collectivists. Even Yinling will eat with her sisters. So, turn it into dinner for two again. Under the faint candlelight, pair with fine wine and delicacies. Su Xuan's cheeks were blushing slightly. It may be because of the territory, the aura emitted by the succubi all the time, not to mention men. Even women will be deeply affected. Especially Su Xuan's succubus has all unlocked the mark. It is completely different from Su Xuan's succubus. Su Xuan just stayed in Su Xuan's territory for a day, and she couldn't bear the lust they exuded. Now enjoying dinner alone with Su Xuan again. President Su? Su Xuan noticed that Su 2.0 Xuan's body was a little stiff and her face was still red, so she asked her about it. Oh, are you all right? Do you have a fever? I'm fine. Su Xuan shook her head. Although she often went to some social places, it was the first time she went to a boy's house to eat alone. In particular, Su Xuan raised her head slightly and looked at Su Xuan. The firelight was reflected in her eyes, which made her a little confused. It wasn't until after drinking a glass of wine that Su Xuan calmed down. Asked Su Xuan, I have a favor and I want to ask you for help, can I? Su Xuan decided to believe in Su Xuan after going through many thoughts. And only Su Xuan can do it, right? After all, there are more than 50,000 succubi in her territory. 50,000 might be a bit much. As long as her succubus heroes unlock the sigil, she'll be content. What's up? Su Xuan asked curiously. I see that your succubus are well-bred, so you can... What can I do? Ahem. Su Xuan's cheeks turned rosy. She hesitated and asked, Can you polish up my succubus too? Chapter 75. Can I polish up my succubus too? When Su Xuan said these words, her eyes were a little blurred. She is also forced to. After all, her unit is the succubus. You must rely on life magic to increase your strength. She, Su Xuan, is only a first-class woman, so how can she provide the magic power of life for the succubus? That was too embarrassing for her. Oh. Su Xuan's words made Su Xuan startled. Then he asked, I can indeed help with this favor, but isn't the succubus only able to enjoy the magic power of the Lord's life? Yes, you are indeed right. Su Xuan nodded and continued, but if I temporarily become your subordinate lord, maybe this problem can be solved. This was the only way Su Xuan could think of. Therefore, Su Xuan needs to find someone who is completely trustworthy before she can implement this plan. Once you become someone else's subordinate lord, your own life and death will be in the hands of others. For this matter, she must be fully prepared mentally. Subordinate to the Lord? Su Xuan thought for a moment when he heard the words. Indeed, as Su Xuan said, this is a hypothesis that can be established. The relationship between the Lord and the subordinate Lord seems to really enjoy the characteristics of the succubus. But, for Su Xuan, this was a big gamble. If Su Xuan is a bad guy, then Su Xuan lost 0 for not only as a hero, but even herself. Well, I rarely ask for help. As long as you promise me, the benefits will definitely be indispensable to you. Su Xuan stroked her long hair between her eyebrows and pinched it behind her ears. With his right hand resting on his cheek, a pair of beautiful wine-red eyes stared closely at Su Xuan's eyes. For Su Xuan's affectionate gaze, is there any reason not to agree? Moreover, it's not me who suffers. Okay, when? When my campaign for world-class monsters is over. How? Su Xuan asked back. The decisive answer made Su Xuan's eyes freeze, and her heart beat slightly faster. After staring at Su Xuan for a long time, she smiled sweetly. He said, Then let's wait until your conquest is over, but I'm curious, is your life magic still strong? Su Xuan asked with concern. After all, Su Xuan himself has to take care of the 500 succubi in his territory. Even if she is a woman, she also knows that men have limits. Once that limit is surpassed, I'm afraid that I will shed tears in vain. Regarding Su Xuan's doubts, Yin Wang just treated him lightly. Since it is the chairman's request, I will do my best. I can also provide you with good after-sales service, so that you have no worries. Su Xuan said confidently. Oh, when Su Yin heard about it, she suddenly became interested. It was as if the wine was slightly on the head, coupled with the succubus magic power overflowing in Su Xian's territory. It was constantly eroding her consciousness. It caused her to be fascinated for a while. That, Su Xuan put down her wine glass, carefully admiring the young man in front of her with a pair of beautiful red phoenix eyes. There was a charming smile on the corner of his mouth. He whispered, "As their lord, do I want to test your strength for them?" Test strength. Su Xuan was a little surprised when he heard Su Xuan's words. When did Chairman Su become so open? Little did they know, a faint purple halo was flickering in Su Xuan's pupils. She has been persecuted by this territory. She exposed her hidden inner nature. Ahem, Su Xuan reminded Su Xuan. Let me state first, I'm not looking down on President Su. It's just what? I'm afraid you won't be able to bear it. Heck, little guy, are you underestimating me? Little guy? President Su, if you say that, I have to teach you a lesson. Su Xuan was still thinking about eating, so he rushed forward and beat Su Xuan up, just about to take Su Xuan to Succubus Meow Meow house. But Su Xuan smiled and said, "It's not sure who will teach me a lesson." Boom. The porcelain bowl fell to the ground, and the sound of shattering resounded in the restaurant, as well as Su Xuan's begging for mercy. Sinus, who was with Delissa and the others, seemed to have heard the cry of his master. She was about to get up, but was stopped by Dinarisa. "The lords are busy, don't disturb them, understand? But, don't worry, this is my master's territory, there is no safer place than here." "I see, Empress." Sinus nodded and continued to sit down, chatting with Delissa and the others about trivial matters. But she doesn't seem to have much to talk about with Su Xuan's succubi, because the topics of succubus are basically about their masters, and the wonderful time spent with the owner. That's territory Sinus has never touched. When night falls, Su Xuan woke up from her lethargy. "It hurts." Su Xuan clutched her head. The severe pain made her vision blurry. But when she found herself lying coolly on an unfamiliar bed, the lost memories came to her mind in an instant. Su Xuan. She was in a trance, and Su Xuan. Su Xuan's cheeks were stained crimson in an instant. Su Xuan, who has been single for more than 20 years, never dreamed that her body would be handed over to a boy who just turned 18. Besides, the self in memory seems to be begging for mercy all the time. But once Su Xuan stopped, he would ask to continue. Her true nature was revealed at that moment. She is such a queen. No wonder my unit is also a succubus. She is the same type of person as Su Xuan. How come? Su Xuan looked down in a daze and inadvertently recalled everything about Su Xuan. 27? No, 28, Su Xuan murmured, then immediately shook her head to wake herself up. You are the leader of a guild, a platinum lord. Can't get addicted to. I really can't forget. Master, are you awake? At this moment, Zenas heard the sound of Su Xuan waking up and walked into the room. Su Xuan glanced at Zenas and then asked, "Where's Su Xuan?" He said he was going to contribute to the development of his territory. Zenas told Su Xuan, "Contribute to the development of your territory?" Su Xuan was taken aback when she heard the words. Then there is a very special building in Su Xuan's territory, Succubus Meow Meow house. He shouldn't. Su Xuan's beautiful eyes were slightly startled. It had just ended, should it? At this moment, Zenas whispered in Su Xuan's ear, "I heard from other succubi that dozens of succubus would enter Meow Meow's house together." Dozens of succubi at once. Su Xuan's pupils shook. She suddenly understood what Su Xuan's words meant. She's really no match, unable to withstand a devastating blow. Su Xuan blushed and suddenly covered herself with the quilt. She never expected that Su Xuan was supposed to unlock the marks for her succubi. Result. Why would I rush up first? Die. Su Xuan, who was in the Succubus Meow Meow room, sneezed. What's the situation? Su Xuan murmured in doubt. What's the matter? Master. Fine. Accept. 1-5. The next day, Su Xuan took Freemia and the others and marched towards the coordinates Qi Qingxue gave him. Wait until they leave. Su Xuan just woke up from her sleep. With her hair still in a mess, she rushed out of the room. I happened to meet Yi Linkai 920 who was holding a flower pot. Are you awake? Su Xuan is gone. Su Xuan said to Yi Linkai. Well, he left, and he asked me to tell Sister Su that the territory will be handed over to you in a few days. Yi Linkai nodded and said, Okay, thanks. Su Xuan gave a thank you. Then, He turned his gaze to the direction where Su Xuan was leaving, and a gratified smile appeared on the corner of his mouth involuntarily. He murmured softly, "Sister? Hee plus you're a smart kid." On the other side, the flying speed of the succubi exceeded 200 kilometers per hour. It took only 2 hours to reach the area where the target point was located. But even so, the place where the world-class monsters are about to be born covers a radius of tens of kilometers. Set up your camp here. Obey. Su Xuan made the succubi camp in one place. The terrifying thing about world-class monsters lies in the bloody cases like Roshan. Even if dozens of lords launch an offensive together, it will take several days of journey. Because it is a joint battle, the lords can do what they can. As long as they cause damage to the world-class monsters, after the world-class monsters are killed, the lords participating in the battle can obtain the magic power crystals that cause the damage. And precious resources. For newcomer lords who are in urgent need of magic power crystallization, it is an indispensable team battle. Just when Su Xuan, under the service of the succubus, was preparing to face the world-class monsters, a familiar voice entered Su Xuan's ears. "Su Xuan, what a coincidence." Su Xuan looked in the direction of the sound, and Qi Qingshue's figure came into his eyes. "It's a coincidence." Su Xuan smiled and waved. Unexpectedly, as soon as he arrived at the destination, he would meet Qi Qingxue. In addition, Su Xuan's eyes drifted to the female elf Tylan standing behind Qi Qingxue. But when his eyes fell on Tylan blushed and turned her head away, not daring to look directly into Su Xuan's fiery eyes.
If you're enjoying the story so far and want to hear the next parts, don't forget to like the video. It really helps the channel grow. And if you'd like me to continue the series, drop a comment below letting me know. Your feedback and support keep these audiobooks going strong. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.